This is not a
Print
cat move.
crew. Where's the audience noise?
Oh, wait, huh?
And nothing. We have no audience.
Is that it?
Print crew. I can't hear you.
Oh, wait. Yeah, you did get it right.
There you go. Smoke machine.
Tommy didn't like that.
Activate smoke machine.
Spooky.
Smoke machine activated. That's our whole show budget. Oh shit.
That's
really
it. It's
strong.
over, everybody. That was all we had for you. All of that planning was just for that.
That was good. That was actually really good.
That was really good. That was
I've always wanted to come from behind a flag like that.
Really?
Come out from behind. Yeah, because like in concerts, bands do that. And they start like this, like the banner, and it's like down, and then it goes. You know what I'm talking about?
In all of your time in playing in bands, you never did that for yourself, even though you always wanted to do it?
You have to be an arena band or like a big theater to play, because you have to have like the whole thing. First of all, you have to have the budget for a flag. And it's not going to be
How
a flag.
expensive are flags?
No, it's a giant banner. It has to cover the whole stage.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, by the way, shout out. Do I have it backwards?
You have it backwards, upside down, in every wrong direction.
This amazing, iconic piece of imagery is created by Mr. Rod Montejo,
who is the
king of Halloween artwork.
King of Halloween.
And full stop.
Yep.
And he designed this amazing Halloween flag last year, and I didn't get it in time, and I regretted it. He never was able to bring it back until just a couple days ago. He gave me the heads up. He's like, yo, the flag's coming back. Are you going to get the flag? Get it now. So he told me secretly. I got it. 2 days later, it was here. Yo.
Dude. Incredible.
Come on. Wave it. Oh! Smoke machine.
The ultimate Halloween intro.
Smoke machine.
The smoke is just starting to emerge over here, but it's like barely anything.
Before the show went live, we tested it, and okay, here we go. Then you can't even see.
And now Peter's gone. Goodbye, Peter.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
I know, I am too. I'm really excited.
I'm super hyped because.
Can you believe that Halloween's already here?
I know we have.
I'm even putting the music up a little bit so we can jam.
A very special guest tonight, by the way. So I don't want to.
You don't want to jinx it? Just. Okay, thanks.
I don't want to keep him waiting too long, but before we bring in our very special guest, Mr. Jason Kauzlarich of Fangoria, I want to tell you what we're doing tonight. This is the Attack Peter Halloween Expo pre-party, because tomorrow is the business end of everything. You understand what I'm saying? Tomorrow, if you get hyped today, tomorrow is how you execute. Skybound Halloween Expo is happening tomorrow. It's like early to late. I'm around 2 p.m. Eastern time, which is like 11 a.m. Pacific. It's early.
Correct.
So if you're trying to get a print tomorrow, just be aware. It's on YouTube, on the Skybound YouTube channel. I'll post links all day tomorrow and whatever, but tonight,
it's
just make
a
sure
special preview.
Yeah, make sure you're following Skybound here on YouTube.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And on
everywhere Instagram and on all your socials.
So at the end of today's stream, right before we go out, I am going to reveal a top secret Halloween print that's going to be available tomorrow during the expo. So you don't want to miss the reveal.
Not top secret to me.
Not top secret to you. That would have been weird if I somehow kept this print secret from you too.
You could have.
I could have. So yeah, that's at the end of the stream. But before we get to that, we have such a party. Jason's here. We're gonna talk everything about Fangoria, what's going on in the horror world today, stuff that we might be missing out on, unaware of.
Yeah, who knows?
We got pumpkin beers to sample. Is one of them gonna be good? That's the question.
Is it gonna make us want to throw up like a couple of the ones last year?
Last year, I was so hyped for that segment, and I was like, how did none of them really? But
there were a couple.
I have one that I'm excited for, and I'm thinking it's going to be the one.
I think so too.
Are you the same one that I'm thinking about?
I think so. The one in the can?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and then we have Jason and I gonna Jason and we. How do you do that? Jason and we?
And
we and us? The three of us are going to discuss.
I'm not an English teacher.
Halloween in the general sense. What is the best Halloween candy? What are the best movies to watch during Halloween season? What
They're
did
very
Gabby-
important information.
This is what you have to talk about.
These are the important facts.
And let me tell you something. Halloween in Miami, not that great. So I
You
feel
can
like
make it great, though.
we're making it great.
You got to bring the funk, because
We're
if you
bringing it.
don't,
This is the epicenter of Halloween in the 305. Probably the 954.
it is 88 degrees today.
Yes.
It
Okay.
is boiling hot.
And then after that, we have a special analysis of the latest Halloween cereal that everybody's been talking about. Monster Mash. You remember last year we tried all those cereals?
And
Little
in
underwhelming.
fact, I Monster Mashed last year.
You
I
had
was
this?
ahead of the
Oh,
curve.
you made your
no,
own.
I
That's
was
right.
making my own Monster Mash.
I do remember that. You did
That's
Count
right.
Chocula.
And you actually said, you're like, what are you doing? This
I
is
know.
sacrilege.
I know,
I'm
because
like,
you were
don't know
like
what you're
contaminating
doing.
the samples.
I'm ahead of the curve.
No, she was right.
everyone.
She did Count Chocula and Boo Berry, and it was, or Frankenberry, one of the berries.
I did all of them.
This is everything. We're going to try it and see if that ASMR
Such
is
ASMR.
delicious. Okay. So hang with us tonight. If you got any questions at any point or you want to talk and chime in, as always, please, Jason's here. He's a wealth of knowledge, going to school us, give us credibility on our Halloween show. And yeah, let's bring in our special guest, Mr. Jason Kauzlarich. Look at that mask flex, son. The greatest movie in the Halloween franchise. Right here, Fangoria is saying it. Jason.
Wait, we gotta wait until he unmutes himself.
Oh, unmute yourself so you can defend
Jason?
this opinion.
There he is.
Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Oh wait,
Wait, did we mute him again?
do we mute him?
Wait, try again. Let me do this.
Wait.
There you go. I hear you. All right, there we go. Okay, Jason, is it true that all of Fangoria agrees, the entire staff, that Halloween 3 Season of the Witch is the best film in the franchise?
I can't speak for everyone, but I think a lot of people very much enjoy it.
Okay. That's basically a yes. You heard it here,
I think
folks.
we're stick with the original.
Okay, that's the official line.
Perfect classic as the number one.
But you heard it here, folks. Basically, everybody agrees it's the best one. So if you haven't seen it, look at this amazing copy of Fangoria that Jason sent me in the mail. If you guys can't see it so well, we have a little image there we're going to pop up. Is this the latest issue, right? Most
Yes.
recent? Halloween
Yeah,
Kills.
that is the subscriber exclusive cover that went out, and this is the one you can get at Barnes & Noble and comic book shops.
Nice. We were talking
Same
before.
contents, just different cover.
Yeah. By the way, if you haven't picked up, like I had to admit to Jason, I haven't picked up a physical magazine in a while now. And when I got this in the mail, it blew me away. It was like a book, dude. Like the quality of this thing, it feels like a book you collect, you put in your shelf. It's really a nice binding. And I don't know if this is only exclusive to this one, Jason, but look at this. As if you haven't seen it. Look at that pinup, baby. Look at him.
That's subscriber only.
Oh, be jelly, guys. You should have subscribed.
So if you don't subscribe, you probably should, because we'll keep doing that going forward.
I love it, man. This is so good. It gave me such an amazing nostalgia vibes, but it gave me a quick solution. Do we have spooky music? Or is it gone? Put up a little bit. I was going to say, and then let the chat tell us if it's too loud or whatever. But Jason, here's the thing. Gabby and I are super Halloween fans, but this year we decided to throw a Halloween party for a small group of friends, okay? And our hype levels are through the roof. And I've had having this existential dread as the days go by that once the 31st ends, like everything's gonna kind of like shrink down. We're gonna miss out on that vibe. It's gone. And then I thought, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna freaking subscribe to Fangoria for real. And I'm gonna have that vibe all year long, every month, and get the hype. Because I know my horror stuff, but this is such a good way to keep it abreast of like classic stuff, what's new, what we should be paying attention to. Speaking of which, the Chucky show, it's amazing, dude. What are you up to at Fangoria? What do you do for people who don't know what's going on there? Explain yourself, sir.
Sure. So yeah, I'm the creative director at Fangoria, and with the help of the editorial team, I design the magazine cover to cover, which is quarterly. It's not monthly anymore, but that's
amazing.
why it's 100 pages. But there's so much content in that magazine, it'll get you through that quarter. You can just leave it on your coffee table and pick it up and read an article. And the articles are meant to be a little bit more evergreen instead of, stuff that's like, there's no reviews in it. It's stuff that you can pick up in a year from now and read it, and you'll still get information that's pretty cool. Outside of the magazine, I also work with I do pretty much most of the social media. So any of the very memes that you see that make you cringe, that's my fault. You can blame me.
They're good.
And then I also work out, with any of the editing videos and stuff like that.
It's so good. The layout's fantastic. You could literally, not that you should, but you could cut out any page and like frame it. It's fantastic stuff. And I'm so excited, dude, that we got to know each other and that we have this link now because, like you said, quarterly, this is going to last you easily one quarter to the next. It's a freaking book, you guys. It's heavy. You could hurt someone with this. Okay, Jason, I'm going to throw you a curveball right off the bat.
Yeah.
I feel like we should try the first beer right now.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to pop one and just to like ease us into everything.
Wow, really?
Yeah, let's just one. We have so many.
How many did we buy?
6.
Oh yeah, we should start.
What are we going to get?
we need to get started.
So which one should we start with? Jason, what did you get? You had a pumpkin beer too, right?
Yeah, I got one local place. They partnered up with like a haunted house that's over here called House of Torment.
Okay.
Oh, that's an awesome can.
Brewing co-op. So I've never tried it.
Okay, so what are we starting with? You want
say-
to start with the one that we have the most faith in?
Yes, because I want
Okay.
to start on a good note. And this one's called Clown Shoes by...
Clown Shoes?
I don't know,
That's
dude.
not the name of it.
It's a pumpkin... Oh, no, Clown Shoes might be the brewery. Pumpkin Sombrero.
That's the one. Yeah, no, that's
It's a
wow.
good name.
Worst. There you go. There it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm just going by the artwork here, Jason, as I do with most products that I consume. Like, the packaging tells me everything I need to know, and I go by that. So, I'm hyped on this one. I'm going to pop the cap right there. You heard it. And, Gabby, you want me to serve you?
Yeah, just bring me a cup because I'm a little restricted. I have Tony in the way. That's the problem, guys. Here, you want this cup? We have very Halloween appropriate cups, by the way. Let me pop myself on here because I'm hiding.
Even our dental floss is orange, Jason. Just so you know.
That
Super thorough about this.
is totally
All right.
incorrect.
Cheers to you, sir.
Oh, you
From
can't see me.
Miami to Texas.
Cheers.
My love, cheers to you.
Cheers.
Clink, clink.
Clink, clink. Plastic clink.
Hey, it's not bad.
Oh.
Because it's
See, we had faith, and it didn't let us down.
Because
That was
it's
really
like a
good.
stout. It says Mexican style chocolate stout.
Stite?
Jesus Christ. Mexican style
drunk
chocolate
already.
stout with pumpkin puree.
It's good.
It's really good.
It's really, really tasty.
I gotta say. All right, cheers. Starting off on the right foot. Okay. So, Jason, how long have you been at Fangoria?
Well, I was with Fangoria with the previous owners for over a year, and then it went away for a bit, but it all happened during the pandemic, and then I got brought back on, and I've been with them. I've lost track of time because I still don't leave my house a whole lot, but about 6 months. I've done one issue with them.
Okay.
And also helped out with the Chainsaw Awards, which were at the beginning of the year.
Amazing. Dude,
yeah.
let me ask you this question because look, we have some friends who have opinions about things, but I don't really respect all of their opinions, and they know who they are. But Halloween Kills. Gabby and I went to the movies. Okay, we went out to see it, and we loved it. We loved 2018 one. Look, there are some Halloween films in the middle, the squishy middle, that are not my favorite, but first two, of course, Halloween 3 is the best of all time, and then I really like 2018 a lot, and then I really liked Kills a lot, and I know it was a different vibe. I know it's like not the same movie twice, thank God, but I felt like this was such a crowd pleaser, and I know it did really well in the box office, but I still am surprised that some of my friends whose opinions I do respect were a little iffy on it.
I've heard it's like a divisive film.
Yeah, the opinions are all over the place. What do you think, sir? You are an expert.
Yeah.
Settle this.
I think it might have hit differently if it came out earlier in the year, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Me too.
It's definitely a different Halloween movie.
Yep.
I ranked it as my number 4, which is it's number 1, number 3, and then the last two you can interchange the order.
Same here, dude. I mean, not in the exact order. I go number 3, number 1, and then I agree with the last two. Like I put them above all the other ones, dude. They're great.
Yeah, it's not a perfect movie, but none of them are.
No, dude.
And it's crazy, insane, over the top, violent, but it also is very funny.
Yeah.
Big John and Little John, like those are the
Oh my
MVPs of the
God.
movie.
I love them.
They were my favorite part of that movie.
Oh crap. That's
And there's
funny.
just some amazing kills that Myers does.
Yeah, and slapstick kills, which I wasn't expecting, but very much appreciated.
Yes, if you haven't seen this yet, guys, spoiler, I guess, but too bad, you should have seen it. And it's worth rewatching. Like, we have Peacock. I think I'm going to upgrade to Peacock Premium just to go ahead and watch it again. By the way, Peacocktober, Jason, are you enjoying it? It's super good. They have everything.
I don't have Peacock. I went and saw it in the theater.
Oh, no, I'm saying it's
I
free.
probably will get it just so I can watch the new Paranormal Activity movie.
Oh, yeah. And I was going to say, we don't have the premium. It's a free app that we have, and it's got this collection of Jason movies, Freddy movies, everything. It's like stock. In fact, I was just going to say, talking about Halloween Kills, I went back and watched, for example, all the Jason movies. They're not very good. I'm gonna hot take here. They're not that good.
So
In
what,
fact,
the Friday the 13th?
yeah. Now, I like them, but objectively speaking, they're not very good. My favorite one is it a New Beginning, where he's like a zombie and there's like the telekinetic chick. You know what I'm talking about? That probably my favorite Jason design, etc. But overall, it's crazy to say that the remake with the guy from Supernatural, that one's almost as good as any of them, if not better.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I don't think your take's all that hot. I think a lot of people would agree they're not the best movies, but they're super enjoyable.
Yes.
Especially for the horror audience, and we all like seeing Jason Voorhees just, mess people up. Going back to Halloween Kills, I actually picked up the novelization of it.
Whoa.
So I'm going to give that a read.
Interesting. That's
Damn.
funny,
Yeah,
dude.
that just came in today.
That's Halloween nerd level.
1,000.
Up. Yeah.
No, well, I wonder
Plus
if
5.
I wonder if there's extra lore in there, dude.
I mean, it's like over 300 pages.
Jesus Christ.
We'll find out.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, like, because when Gabby and I, like, we go hard, I think in September, started watching all the horror movies, like, back to back to back to back. And especially in the slasher genre, I think these last 2 Halloween movies are outstanding in quality comparatively, dude. Outstanding. Like, legit, you could recommend them to someone who doesn't even like the genre. They're not, they just want to watch a good film. I think both of them are great. And when the third one comes out, God willing, it keeps up the quality. The second one is going to become more beloved because it's going to seed right into the third one, I think.
Yeah, I think a lot of people forgot that there is a third part happening. Like, it's already, they're saying it's happening. I'm not sure if they started filming yet, but I think once they watch that, a lot of what happened in part 2 that they didn't like maybe will fill in those gaps.
I love that.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Well, it's funny because that kind of makes me think of, like, other stuff that's coming out. Gabby and I sat down to watch the Chucky series on you can watch them on
the first few episodes.
Yeah,
they're free on YouTube.
Yeah, they're free on YouTube. We don't even have, like, cable channels. But we can watch it on YouTube. Yep. Dude, I like them a lot. Did you watch them? They're good. Have you seen them, Jason?
No.
Oh, dude, it's like I guess USA is the channel that runs it.
No.
Or Sci-Fi. I don't know. They're all the same
maybe it
channel.
is USA.
It's one nightmare conglomerate.
Uh-huh.
But the Chucky series, it's like legitimately funny. Yeah, it's good, dude. And I'm thinking, like, man, we're having like a cool renaissance of, like, all these icons coming back in, like, a quality way. So I don't know. I would recommend anybody who's in the mood watch that show. Like, we watched it. It's good.
It is fun.
It's
fun.
fun.
I thought you said something else because I saw my editor-in-chief just popped into the chat.
Okay.
So distracted me. But the new Chucky series is very good. It's shot well, and I just catch myself laughing a whole lot during all the mayhem that Chucky's doing.
It's good.
It's also very violent, and they don't censor anything.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's a strong recommend from us, you guys.
And the actors, because it's a group of very young actors, and they are so good at convincing you that they are who they are in the film.
Yes.
Because we've watched some of the behind the scenes stuff in the last few episodes, and, like, I was shocked at how nice they were because they all play such dicks on the show. I'm like, damn, you guys are doing a great job.
Yeah, I didn't believe their real personas. No. The acting was so good. I thought it was really good. I was excited to have more horror to consume in that. Jan Fitzy says, how is the new Candyman? We haven't seen it yet. We have it in our... Gabby made what do you call that? Like a calendar countdown to Halloween?
Oh, I made us a Halloween advent calendar, and Candyman was in the calendar.
So we're going to have to watch that. I'm looking forward to it. It looks awesome, and I loved the old ones when I was a kid. So
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's fun, man. You've seen them, obviously, Jason?
Yeah, if you do watch the new one, very much recommend rewatching the first one and then watching the new one. I told my parents to do the same thing, and then they texted me after they got out of the theater, and they're like, thank you for making us watch the original, because it connects.
Okay.
And Yeah.
And the sequels, not so much. They do the same thing. They kind of just like leapfrog over them, or.
I mean, I don't think they retcon anything,
Okay.
but I don't think they're necessary.
Okay, Phil, how we doing? I see Phil Noble. He's the editor in chief, I imagine. So how we doing? Let me know if we're doing good. If you're satisfied so far, want to do a good job here. We love Fangoria and Jason. So okay, next question or next topic I wanted to bring up. Like, there is always stuff coming out that's not mainstream. That here's another hot take, Jason. So buckle up, okay? The advertising on some of the horror genre films that I don't recognize. I don't know whether this is worth my time sometimes, and time is precious for us here. So I'm like, do we do it, not do it? For example, 2 films that I saw in the last few years that I thought I'm so glad I took a gamble on them, were The Void, that I really like, a Lovecraftian horror film. I'm not saying it's going to win an Oscar, but a lot of fun. And then the other one was The Color Out of Space. Is that the right one? Color Out of Space?
Color Out of Space?
Color Out of Space is like a
Yeah.
Nick Cage.
Mm-hmm.
I told Gabby not even to watch it. There's some scenes in there with like parental
No,
dread.
yeah.
She
Not
can't take it.
I can't take parental dread.
But have you seen those films? What did you think of them? And how are there other films like that now that we should have on our radars that we might not, because they kind of go under the radar?
Yeah, I mean, they're fun. I mean, someone in the chat just said if you aren't subscribed to Shudder, you should be, because they have the biggest library, in my opinion, of like a lot of those kind of movies.
Yeah, we love Creepshow.
And you can kind of just pop one on and watch it, and they have a pretty good like curation from like people that here's what you should be watching right now, or they'll have like a list of like here's all the slasher classics and stuff like that.
100%, and so that's a good point. Shudder is and that's where you can watch the Creepshow show that airs. It's been really good, really fun. I love that. Yeah, man, for sure. That's a good suggestion there. Is there one that comes to mind?
Oh,
Mandy
hell
we saw.
yeah.
We love Mandy.
Mandy was great.
Did you see the one where Nick Cage doesn't talk and beats up all the Chuck E. Cheese guys?
I have not seen that one.
That's
but I know what you're talking about. I did. Yeah, I've
What
heard
was that
things. And I
one
was like, maybe
called?
I'll skip it.
No, it was really good.
No, it was terrible. But it was
Okay.
it was
okay,
not good. It was not good.
I can't.
It's
I
fun,
love.
though.
I love Nick Cage being.
Yeah, it's weird, dude. It's
kind
worth
of a
watching.
psycho. Yeah.
Look, you should watch it.
Willy's
as a
Wonderland.
professional.
Is that what it's called?
Something like that.
I think
Willy's
it is.
Wonderland.
Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah, really,
Yeah.
it's fun, dude. It's a fun one, but it's
Yeah.
stupid and terrible.
It
at the
is
same time.
stupid. It's awful. It's
Okay.
not like Mandy. Definitely.
Okay, so right now,
Uh-huh.
I would like to move into the meat of the segment here. The meat. You understand what I'm saying?
Not the cheese.
Not the cheese. We're going right into the meat. Okay, and that is, since Jason's an expert in the field, I said, Jason, please, what are 5, although I'm sure you could list 20, what are 5 movies that this time of the year makes you want to double down and watch? Although I imagine it's Halloween all year long for you at Fangoria, but this time of year, I wouldn't say I want to watch my favorite horror movies of all time this time of year. There's just certain movies that fit the season especially, and those are the ones that I like a lot to watch. But let's see. You put a list together. We have a nice little graphic.
Yeah.
We're gonna. Oh, are we on it already?
Yeah, we're already
Sweet.
on it. Yeah.
Okay, so the first one here is The Evil Dead, sir. Tell me why this movie means so much.
I'm
to you.
curious about why the first one ranks.
I always choose the first one because, in my opinion, it's the one that's truly terrifying and still holds up as actually scary. I love Toon, Army of Darkness. I love the remake, and the series is also very fun.
We love it.
But for me, The Evil Dead is just a very dark movie, sometimes very mean. Whereas part 2, it goes a little bit more zany and comedy.
Yeah.
But it has like really great effects and everything. But for me, The Evil Dead is just that classic cabin in the woods movie that just scares the shit out of you.
It is, and you bringing it up, because I always tell Gabby, like, I get annoyed when every list skips Evil Dead 2 and writes Evil Dead. No offense, Jason. I love you. You're a great guy. But I always, I'm like, where's Evil Dead 2? But you bringing it up makes me think, maybe it's time for a rewatch. Bruce Campbell's my favorite actor of all time. Evil Dead 2, favorite film of all time. But it's worth a rewatch, 'cause I don't think I've watched it since I had it on actual DVD.
I've seen it recently,
You have?
and I also saw the remake.
The remake's
with
fucking
the
rough.
girl,
Yeah.
like not
It's no joke.
Ash, but like And that one
That's no
was
joke.
legitimately terrifying.
yeah.
Legitimately.
I liked it a lot. But yeah, I think we're gonna have to go back and watch The Evil Dead.
I'm down.
Jason,
No, I went and we rewatched them the other day, just so I could choose between the two. And yeah, Evil Dead was the one for me.
Fair.
And look, to be fair, it's the pioneer of a film. Everybody refers to it. I always think about that scene in what's that movie with John Cusack and Jack Black where they're the record shop? Is it High Fidelity?
High Fidelity.
Where at one point, like Jack Black talks to John Cusack. He's like, "Okay, that would be like if someone had never seen Evil Dead 2. I'd be like, well, obviously, are you planning to watch it? You know, it was like a given. You have to watch Evil Dead 2. It was like a point of culture, a touchstone in that film. I loved it. But yeah, Evil Dead's classic. If you guys have not seen The Evil Dead or Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness, please put that on your list. So
They are,
important.
they're critical films
Yeah.
in horror. Yeah.
Okay, let's see what you got next, Jason. Oh, this is a good one.
Yeah, Ed Wood. I probably not what most people consider as a Halloween movie, but I mean, there is that one scene with Bela Lugosi
Yes.
and Ed Wood at his house, and he scares the kids when they come trick or treating. But it just has that whole vibe of classic Halloween, I guess you could say. And then the character playing Bela Lugosi and everything he's doing, the Dracula stuff, and all of what Ed Wood is creating in the movie, within the movie, just kind of throws back to the classic Universal monster stuff. It's not a horror movie, it's comedy, drama, but it just has the vibes there for me, and I just really loved it.
I agree with
it's
you.
It's probably my favorite Tim Burton movie.
I was just going to say, dude, like, I always forget that this should be at the top of the Tim Burton list. Really, it's probably his best film that has all the Tim Burton-ness, but shows, like, his well-roundedness as a filmmaker. There's very little shtick. It's just it's a biopic, dude, and it's great. And like I was just talking to Gabby about this a couple of days ago. That we pick our Halloween movies by vibe more than by horror or genre per se.
Yeah, for
It's a
sure.
vibe. It has to have a vibe to it more than anything. But yes, Ed Wood is fantastic, dude.
I've never seen it.
Okay, we're gonna put it. I
No.
crossed off 2 movies off my list of shame today while I was working, but I'm gonna
My
bring.
list of shame.
Yeah, it was The Gate and the '80s remake of Body Snatchers. Had never seen it, so. I watched them today, but Ed Wood, we got to get off your list.
Okay,
It's fantastic.
We will.
Bella, what's his name, dude? No, I can't remember the actor who plays Walter Matthau. Bela Lugosi is phenomenal, dude.
Okay, I'm down.
And it's a regular drop on Howard Stern. They use they use Walter Matthau's drop. It's Walter Matthau, right? Did I get the actor right? No, now I'm stuck. Chat will help.
No.
The chat will help. The
It's
chat will
not one.
definitely help.
Now-
All right, let's move on to the
okay.
next one.
Oh, this is a good one.
Okay.
Yes.
I've never heard of this.
Oh, this is fun. This is like the original mashup, right? Do you think this is the original horror comedy genre mashup?
I think so.
Yeah.
But for me, this was one of my first introductions into horror. It's what Halloween when I was a kid. My parents were like, "You'll like Bud Abbott and Lou Costello," and so they put this on. I think it was playing on TV with commercials and all that. Remember those?
Yeah.
And so yeah, I just loved it. And then through that, I started getting interested in other horror movies, but it's hard to pick one Universal monster movie to watch. So if I'm going to pick the one, it'll be Bud Abbott and Lou Costello Meet Frankenstein, because you kind of get them all.
Yeah.
And I think there's the second one where it has the creature and the Invisible Man in it.
It's so good. I love
And
this. Yes, I love these movies.
And it still holds up.
Yes, it does, dude. It's so fun, and you're right. It's like a perfect film to throw in. I always think of Monster Squad when it comes to like scratching the itch of everybody, in one film. But this is an awesome one to throw into the mix because they're fun. And look, sometimes Gabby and I are watching like horror movie after horror movie after horror movie after horror movie, and it's like we still want to keep the vibe, but we don't want to have the nightmares or whatever.
Right.
So we put on something like that.
It's brain bleach.
Brain bleach, yeah. But we want to stay in the vibe. So you need vibe-centric, Halloween-centric.
By the way, Martin Landau.
Landau.
Yeah, what did you say?
Walter Matthau.
Isn't that like a news anchor?
No, Walter Matthau is an actor. He was, well, wasn't he Mr. Wilson in the Dentist and Dentist? But yeah, no. It's Martin Landau.
Okay, gotcha.
I'll give myself a pass for the ride.
That's okay.
Go ahead. This is an awesome pick, Jason. All right, what do we got next?
Okay, next we've got Return of the Living
dude.
Dead.
Such a classic, dude. Why this
yeah,
one?
and I mean, it doesn't take place around Halloween, but again, it's just it has that vibe of maybe just when I was growing up, hanging out with like punk kids, and and then it has all the horror stuff wrapped around it, and also just really great zombie effects and the gore. It's all there, and then it's also very funny.
Oh yeah.
It's super enjoyable. It's hard not to, because I know it's like kind of a loose sequel to Night of the Living Dead, but I don't know what else to say about the movie that hasn't been said.
I have a hot
I would
take.
hope everyone in the chat that follows horror has seen it, but if you haven't, watch it and rewatch it.
Yes, hot take on this film right here. Best movie dealing with the living dead. All of them. Night, Dawn, Day. I love.
Dusk.
By the way, I used to say Day of the Dead, but when I saw Return of the Living, I'm like, this is it. This is the best one.
Why?
It's got, for me, if you know me, like I like my horror with comedy, but I don't want the horror sacrifice for the comedy and vice versa. And it's got that 80s vibe that I feel like is inextricable from my favorite horror films. It's hard to sometimes it's hard for me to get into a horror film that's not set against the 80s or something like that. And it's got the great characters. Gabby, I don't think Gabby, you've ever seen it. I could swear that I showed this to you early on, but okay, we're going to see it again.
I think we tried to watch it, and I was
no,
like,
you would know incorrect. You would not bail on
we
this.
did. Because I remember the first scene takes place in the graveyard with all the punks like having fun and
but
right?
no. But you must
just
have
want to party.
Yeah,
and then like somebody gets naked. I remember that.
Oh, see?
And, right?
You
Yeah,
need to-
I
you need
do
to
remember the
rewatch
beginning
it.
of this, and I think we fell asleep watching it, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm not into it.
No, you're into it. We're gonna watch it.
Okay.
Well, Jason, we'll get back to you with her.
why not? Because I heard you already. You're like,
I wouldn't rank it above George Romero's Dawn of the Dead.
I'm putting it right above it. Right above it.
but that would be Peter to put that movie right above.
Yeah.
Right above it.
Yeah.
Look, I guess we have pioneers.
It's a more accessible, fun film for sure. But I think Dawn of the Dead has, just a lot going on with it. And I also rewatched that with the new 4K release, and it's still very much holds up.
And why does this one make it onto your list?
I'm just gonna watch during the Halloween season. Return of the Living Dead is like you can have fun with it, and have some popcorn and all that. Whereas Dawn of the Dead, I kind of want to focus on what everything's happening in the movie and the dialogue and all the social commentary. But yeah.
You like Dawn over Day?
I think so. Yeah, I think I like Dawn over Day.
Dawn's more fun
because they're
for
all
sure.
so good.
Yeah.
All the Romero classics are very good.
Yeah.
And so it's it depends on when it hits me, which one I like better. Day obviously has top-notch gore effects.
It freaked me out as a kid. Day of the Dead got to me, and there was no real jump scares that got to as a kid. It was just the dread of the world's almost over, pretty much. There was a little remnant of us here, and it was in Florida. It was obviously a reaction to Turkey Point melting down or something like that, which we live relatively near to.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. And then again, I have to remind people. I tell people when I was teaching my students, high school, middle school. There was a time before The Walking Dead, shout out Skybound, Robert Kirkman, the man, that kind of gore was not commonly viewed by people. I'm sorry, you got to remember that. And Day of the Dead, like you said, the gore fest, when what's his face, that I forget the name of the military guy who gets pulled in half or they just disembowel him. I think I was a freshman in high school when I saw it the first time. And I was like, what the? Dude, it was so impressionant. And then of course Bub is an icon of the horror genre. Love Bub, greatest zombie of all time probably. If I had to pick. And Tarman.
Well, then on the cover of one of the Fangoria, one of the volume 1 issues, it has one of the first zombies you see where it has no bottom jaw, just his tongue sticking out with the hair everywhere.
Dude. Yes. It's so many good iconic zombies like that. Yeah. I always chose Day of the Dead because it freaked me out so much. Dawn of the Dead was a blast. I loved it. It's where you want to be. If a zombie apocalypse happens, you want to be in a mall.
That's Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead.
That's the one that freaked me out.
And the remake was good.
freaked me out.
Yeah, the remake is good. I thought. How do you
I
think
never
about
saw the
remake?
original.
Jason, remake, yes.
I enjoy the remake.
I love the remake.
A lot of people don't like horror remakes, but I enjoyed that one. I enjoyed the Texas Chainsaw remake.
Yep.
The Friday the 13th remake.
Yep.
Reboot.
I think that was not to go off on a tangent here, but I think that's the best Jason in all the Jason films in that remake. That's the most apex Jason. He's not playing around.
Apex Jason.
The way he kills people in that movie is the best. That sleeping bag scene with what, right? All right, I think we have one more, right?
Is there? Oh yeah.
Yes, dude.
Oh, Donnie Darko. Wow. Okay.
Talk to us.
Yeah.
Talk to us.
Yeah, this movie just celebrated its 20th anniversary 2 days ago.
Yep.
So I rewatched it last night, and it still very much holds up. But yeah, this movie it holds a very special place in my nostalgia head. You know, from high school, just watching it obsessively on DVD. But it does take place during the month of October and then ends on Halloween. So is it a horror movie? I don't know. There's some horror elements, horror adjacent, we'll call. And
But that's the
but
point.
it's
Yeah.
creepy at times, but very funny, very well written, and I think it also captures people at that age when they're in high school perfectly. Also, the parents, like
Yes.
everyone just seems real, which movies don't always capture.
This movie, I mean, I'm sure you remember, but when this movie came out, it was a thing before it was a thing. Like, people were talking about this movie before you could watch it almost. I remember that. Like, I just heard Donnie Darko, Donnie Darko, Donnie Darko. And, you know, back then, if you caught it in the theaters, you did. And there was a gap before it was on, you know, DVD or whatever. And there was that time, did you see Donnie Darko? Oh, you missed Donnie Darko? You got to see Donnie Darko, Donnie Darko. And it was like all anyone would talk about when it came out.
Yeah.
And it's got an awesome, anytime a genre film creates an iconic image, like the bunny character. What's the bunny character's name? Did they give him a name? They just call him Bunny? Frank, that's right, yeah. And anytime you can create something like that that's, you know, iconic aesthetically, I feel like that's a huge win too.
This
so.
is my high school, because I teach high school seniors, Jason. But this is my students' favorite, like, name drop film when they want to, like, like they want to show
It is
that they're
cool.
really indie and cool and into film or whatever. They'll be like, well, miss, have you ever heard of Donnie Darko? And I'm like, get the
But
get
that's
out of here, bro. Of course I've heard of Donnie Darko.
But that's cool for them to say that because
It is,
if you
well,
think
now,
about it-
especially now, because who the hell is watching
Yes.
that anymore? I mean, of their age group, that's like, that trend is gone.
Jason, do you guys think about that stuff at Fangoria, like the younger demographic at all? Because I wonder sometimes how.
Now, like, what is Gen Z into?
No, more. My question is more like when we were that age. Like when I was in high school, I had a friend. Shout out Alex Leon. He was like an encyclopedia of all horror films before there was good internet, all that, right? And back then it was like there was not much to do but find something cool and unknown, and you had one friend, you know. And but now there's so much media content coming out every second of every day. I am impressed when a kid in the high school age will admit that they know or they have gone down the rabbit hole, oh, no pun intended, to find something, you know, old and classic and iconic like that. Do you guys think about that at Fangoria, like that younger audience at all?
I mean, we don't pander to a younger audience.
Right.
I mean, because we kind of treat it like how it's always been. We just put out really good content.
Yes.
Whether it's in the magazine or the website and whatever nonsense I'm doing on social media. But, you know, it's like how we all kind of all found it. We either, you know, would go to the bookstore and take it off the shelves, and maybe our parents wouldn't allow us to bring it home, so you just read it there when you could, or you go to a friend's house and they had it. But now with the internet, you know, it's just younger people are just looking at whatever they want.
Yeah.
So, you know, if they're getting into it, I mean, it's kind of like how I got into it. I got into it before I even heard of Fangoria. It was
Right.
through Bud Abbott, and then my parents were like, yeah, sure, you can watch Alien now. So I did. I didn't know about Fangoria until I saw it on the stands because Jurassic Park had come out, and Fangoria did, I think, 3 issues with Jurassic Park on the cover. And so I was like, well, I'm going to read everything about
Yeah.
Jurassic Park. So I picked up the Fangoria, and then through that, you know, I started reading it. And then I had a friend who, you know, had an older brother who had Fangoria and on top of his wrestling magazines or whatever. So I'd read them that way because I couldn't bring them home because it was, I could watch the movies, but I couldn't have the violent printed pages at home.
Yeah, I love those weird lines. Like conversely, like something similar to that when I was a kid. I loved, like when I was in 6th, 7th, 8th grade, I was obsessed with all the Marilyn Manson albums and like the idea of these like weird ghoul demons like rocking out with. And my parents' line was, "I'm not allowed to buy the album." But one day, a buddy of mine whose parents let them buy the album recorded it onto a cassette tape. So I was allowed to have a cassette tape with the music, but not
But not the artwork.
Not the artwork or
Yeah,
the
my,
liner
my
notes.
parents had a similar thing with Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh,
I wasn't
okay.
allowed to watch the movie, but I was allowed to have the album.
Interesting.
Just,
I love it,
don't
dude.
know.
Yeah, another time, dude. Yeah, but okay, dude, that's a great list, and it's really making me want to go back and watch Evil Dead 1 for sure. And
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen Donnie Darko in a long time, so
Same.
it's time to rewatch.
Yeah, it's a revisit time.
Okay, Jason. Now I'm actually more nervous for this next segment, which is us presenting a list of stuff that we like, and then you. and-
Suddenly, it's gonna seem really lame by comparison.
yeah, we want to watch where your eyebrows go as this, because you seem like a polite
Watch as
person.
he slowly presses the hang up button on the Skype call. He's like, oh,
He knocks
boy.
over the camera. Oh, technical issues. Yeah, okay.
All right, here we go.
All
Here
right.
we go. Let's,
I like our list, clearly. Okay, so Jason, I have to tell you, we love Trick or Treat.
like really love Trick or Treat.
And what I'm going to say is I love it on its own as it stands, but more importantly, by the way, I can already sense. I don't know what I'm sensing.
I know the
but I'm
silence
sensing.
is really freaking
It's,
me.
it's freaking me out. Okay, but I'm just gonna say my piece.
Okay, go for it.
I love this movie for all the reasons I talked about, like Donnie Darko, the iconic imagery. I love horror anthologies more than anything. I think Creepshow, Tales from the Crypt, all that kind of stuff. Even if it's like one that I'm not sure about, I might give
Are
it a
You
watch.
Afraid of the Dark?
Oh my God! As a kid, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Right? Okay. Tales from the Dark Side. But I love anthologies. I love this movie goes hard into Halloween. I would say more than any movie I've ever seen. It's the most Halloween movie that you can watch, and each story's cool. Like it stays on the theme of the rules of Halloween. It's got a lot of great visuals, and I love Sam. And I'm now I'm talking about it, and now I want to ask you, where's the sequel? Damn it! What do you guys know that we don't know?
I have no idea if they were going to make a sequel.
I know, dude.
No, I think most people that like horror like this movie. It's,
Oh, okay.
it's a
I thought it
perfect
was a hot
Halloween
take.
movie.
Okay.
I probably haven't seen it in a very long time, but I was talking with my girlfriend, and I think we're going to try and watch it before, the actual Halloween day, because it has that whole feeling of it's a fun Halloween horror movie, and it's all centered around the holiday.
Yes.
And then that character on the cover
Sam.
is now you see adults and kids cosplaying as him at conventions,
I
which
don't
is
like
wild.
I don't like
And
the
they keep
adults
getting better
cosplaying
every time.
Yeah, I don't like it when the adults cosplay as Sam. I have to tell you.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
they're
a
too
little
tall,
ridiculous.
It's
but,
too tall and it breaks the whole thing. So I'm just telling all the adults now out there, get a print, get a figure, get a Funko Pop. Let the kids have this one. We have everything else. Let the kids have Sam. It's
Yeah,
fun. It's
I mean,
weird.
yeah,
it's
but-
creepy when they see a little kid running around like, oh my God.
Right, but we can take on, as adults, we can take on Sam as like our Halloween Santa Claus.
Yes,
Like he
he's-
is the guy who holds you accountable for following the rules of Halloween, and they're easy rules. And the only thing is that if you break those rules, it's gonna turn into like a Krampus style, death moment where, sorry, you probably shouldn't have, blown out your jack-o'-lantern so early, or you should have left your decorations up, and if not, Sam's gonna come get you.
We love it.
I love it. I think to me, this is my favorite. I tell everybody, whether you're into horror or not, whether you're into
And it's
Halloween,
fun.
if you're even minimally into Halloween, you should be watching this film.
All right, this is not a hot take.
No, of course it's not.
Jason, let us know if we get a hot take at some point.
By the way, we're trying
Okay.
now Dunkin'
yeah.
Donuts pumpkin beer. Is that what it is?
Jason, this is one that we found. It's called Harpoon is a known brewery. You've probably heard of it. Dunkin' Pumpkin. So this is a
Dunkin'
collaboration with the renowned bakery Dunkin' Donuts.
The indie bakery.
Never
Yeah.
heard of them.
Yes.
I'm actually really excited for this because
I wanna
I am
try
a
it.
recent convert to Dunkin' Donuts coffee, like as my drip coffee.
It's good.
It's so good. It's better than like most of the coffees I've
It's
had.
good. It tastes like a donut. I like it. It's good. All right, go to the next
I've been
one.
trying to get the Dunkin' Donuts Halloween specialty ones.
Oh,
they have,
yes.
Why do you say
6.
trying? Do they sell out fast?
No, there's it's 20 minutes away
Oh, okay.
in Austin.
Oh, 20
So, I'm
minutes.
like,
Jesus Christ.
You're going to have to bite the
I
bullet
like
and Uber
donuts,
eat
but
that
not
thing.
that much.
Okay, next one.
Okay,
for us.
Jason, look.
Hold on,
And by the
hold
way,
on.
we have less than 10, but more than 5 because there's 2 of us. I have Drag Me to Hell.
Hold on, I'm making this smaller. I don't know why you made this so big.
Oh, sorry.
There we go.
Drag Me to Hell is one of my favorite movies of all time, period, at full stop. And definitely in the horror genre, it's got all the things I want. Now, Sam Raimi to me, I just wish he would just only ever do horror. No, do what you want to do, but every time we don't get a horror movie, we get a different genre. I'm like, dude, we could have had a horror movie, But Drag Me to Hell, to me, before the Ash vs. Evil Dead series came out, it felt like a spiritual success successor to Evil Dead in
Sure.
in tone, in going for the weirdness. I love all the stuff with the old lady and the mysticism and the spells and the conjuring, and God, it's so good, dude. This is not a hot take, right, Jason?
No.
Okay.
I think everyone in the horror community loves this movie.
Guys,
and the
if you haven't
ending's
seen
great.
it, yes, dude. Oh my God, yes, it's one of those best endings of all time. I think, right? Like in the genre.
I think I've only seen this once.
We're gonna watch it again.
I know you were the one who told me to watch
Yes,
it,
it's
and
that
I was
good.
surprised at how funny it was.
It
Actually.
is funny.
It is very funny.
It's got the guy from Apple.
Fr-
Mac.
What's
I'm a
his
Mac.
name?
I'm a PC.
Oh, what's his name?
Mr. Apple, Tony Apple. All right,
Yeah,
this one's great, and I always think of this one, Jason, and The Mist as the two best like end scenes in
The
in
Mist. Yeah.
The Mist. People I need to give a chance to. I think not enough people watching it. Okay, what do we have next?
Okay, let's see.
This is not a hot take.
Season of the Witch. See, you're putting movies on here that I wouldn't necessarily.
Okay,
agree
this is
with,
this is
so
a
that's
me
okay.
one, Jason, and not a Gabby one. I will say that I can get Gabby on board with this because of the vibe factor, not for anything else. When you really watch this movie, there's a lot to pick apart if you wanted to. Like this Atkins character, is he really a great protagonist? What's he doing? Why is he involved? You know what I mean? Maybe, by today's standards, some people would have a problem with some of the decisions and things he said. Okay, but it's such a good original take on the idea of Halloween. Much like Trick or Treat is all about the rules of Halloween, this one's an awesome take on the idea of the masks and the corporate mix with corporations mixed with the witchcraft and stuff like that.
And by the way, in case
ahead.
there's anybody in the chat that doesn't know what this movie is just by this
yeah.
this is Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, which has nothing to do with Michael Myers. It is a standalone film.
Or witches.
Well, isn't it like sort of
Look,
witchcraft
there's-
adjacent or something?
There's
Sure.
loose witchcraft,
Okay.
but it's not a literal witch.
Right. Well, but still, like Peter puts this on his list, and he's more than entitled to do so because this is his damn show. But I can't agree yet because I was duped into thinking that Halloween 3 was actually like a continuation of the story of Michael Myers. So the one and only time I've seen this movie, I was sitting there the entire time just like, where is Michael Myers?
He's in there. There you go, Jason. Tap.
Yeah, I
tap.
know.
Cheers.
I get it. It's
Now-
fine.
Now, Jason, you just got the skull mask, right?
Yes.
I want to give a shout out to Big Bad Toy Store. They're not a sponsor. They don't even know who I am. But recently, I got the 3 Season of the Witch mask from them, and they sent me a blacklight version. I had ordered a regular version, and they sent me the blacklight one. And you'd be like, "Oh, that's cool. Why don't you keep the blacklight one?" I just wanted the regular one because the cloak is a little bit darker. That's the only reason. And so I had an extra. They said, "Oh, you know what? Keep the other one. We're sending you a replacement, no charge." How nice is that?
That was very nice.
Big Bad
They're
Toy-
good people.
Yeah.
Trick or Treat Studio.
Well, Trick or Treat Studios producing it, and Big Bad Toy Store is who I ordered it from. But so I got the extra one. Jason, mentioned that he was going to order the skull. I'm like, I'm going to send you the witch. So I think tomorrow, Jason. No, Saturday. Saturday you get the witch. Okay, and now you're going to have both of them.
To further your collection.
I'm just going to be swapping masks out, walking down the street.
That's it.
So
That's it.
Jason, I've heard Peter's commentary on Season of the Witch more than I want to, but I want to hear what you have to say about it because I really am not convinced yet that this is that great of a film. But clearly, you like it, so.
Yeah, I didn't include it on my list of 5 movies because I was like, I'm not going to put Halloween franchise movies on a Halloween list. It seems like a given.
Okay.
But it is my second favorite Halloween movie in the franchise, after the original. But are there some plot holes? Sure,
Yeah.
maybe. But it's super enjoyable and original and different. And once you just realize this has nothing to do with Michael Myers, I think it's totally enjoyable and just an interesting movie. And the three masks that are in the picture are just very iconic at this point, at least in the horror audience. But
Yeah, that's for
yeah,
sure. Those
I
masks
love it.
are those masks are becoming like what Sam has started to become for more like casual, just like Halloween fans or whatever. I think those 3 masks are starting to gain that.
I think it's
level
because
of
also
popularity.
like you guys are right. Like the fact that it didn't have Michael Myers was a big controversial thing. I remember the first time I heard of the film, it was a buddy of mine, Tommy, was telling me about all the Halloween movies. Like, okay, but then you can skip part 3 because it doesn't have Michael Myers on it. And I remember thinking like, oh, this must be trash. And I bet you a lot of people had an experience like that where like, where's Michael Myers? Or I'm not gonna watch this one. Yeah. But then when you go back and watch it just for what it is, you're like, this is such a blast, dude. It's a fun ass movie. And then I think because of that, people become evangelical about it.
Well, in that case, I will rewatch it with that in mind.
Yes. Okay.
By the way, a couple of things that we need to mention from the chat.
Yeah.
Bosco Edits worked on Drag Me to Hell.
Oh yes, he told me about that.
That is
shit,
insane.
Dude. Yeah.
What were you doing, Bosco? What were you doing on that film? By the way, it was Justin Long.
Tony Apple. And
Tony
so
Apple.
Bosco told me about this. He had like a moment where he's like, "Screw my regular job. I'm gonna write." I think he wrote like an email to Sam Raimi or something crazy like that. And it was like the same thing I talk about with Guillermo del Toro, how I just like weaseled my way onto the set. He did it, but he actually
shot
worked.
Your shot.
Yeah, but he actually worked on the film.
I know, that's insane.
So awesome. Dude.
I want to know more about
We love
that.
him. Yeah, we love Bosco.
Okay, let's move on to our next
All right,
film.
Go ahead. We gotta
Hopefully it's one I like. Again, another one that I wouldn't have put on this list.
Make
but
that
okay.
bigger. Make that bigger.
Fine,
Make that
calm
bigger.
down.
Yeah. Okay, look. You see how Jason's nodding? That is an expert in the field.
It's okay. I'll sit back and not say anything.
He's no
here.
Tony Apple, okay? This guy knows what he's talking
Tony
about.
Apple.
Re-Animator. Re-Animator to me, Jason, is like right under Evil Dead 2. Right under there. It's like, and it has like a similar vibe. I think Herbert West. What's this guy's name? The actor? I feel like I always forget his name.
That's not his name?
No, that's a character in the movie. But the actor kills it so much that it's like it transcends.
He was in that movie with
He's in a bunch of stuff.
No, he was in that movie that I love, The Frighteners.
Oh yeah. He was in The Frighteners. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, so by the way, that's a great one to put on the list. But Re-Animator is one of my favorites. If you guys have never watched Re-Animator, it's got, at the time when I saw it, I'm like, okay, this is the goriest one you could watch. Because that's how I used to rank things.
I think I just saw it, which is why it doesn't really like come to mind when I think of great ones. But Jason, why does this deserve to be on the list?
If you think so.
If you think, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think most people consider it a classic horror movie at this point. Jeffrey Combs is great in it. He's also in the Creepshow season 1, I think. But then it also has, everyone's favorite Barbara Crampton, who's been in, a bunch of horror movies like Chopping Mall, and then she was in a movie last year, which is great, and she was on the cover of Fangoria, I think an issue or 2 ago. But there's great gore effects.
Yeah.
It is a funny movie, but it's also very mean.
Yes, dude.
But yeah,
he's such a great character because he's kind of a dick, but then like, you have to respect his passion. I'm talking about Jeffrey Combs' character Herbert West.
Yeah.
Because he's not necessarily malicious. He's just singular-minded.
Well, he is like a Dr. Frankenstein to me.
Yeah.
That's just his
less
whole
romantic, but 100% yes.
Hard to really like him.
I love him. Love the guy.
He's just too intense.
Would hang out with.
What? No, you wouldn't.
I would
hang
call
out.
Him a
dork
I love it.
And never talk to him
no,
again.
I'd be like this. Like you know what? You're right.
Liar.
People have their priorities all mixed up. Yeah,
Wow.
This is great.
I think it's a fun movie. I would not put it on my Halloween list, but that's definitely.
I would put it.
It's okay. This is your list. It's fine.
This is official. This is canon in the Attack Peter show.
All right,
canon.
moving on. Okay.
So I don't have to rehash this, but it was one that when I saw his list, I'm like, this is on my list too. And again,
not on mine, but it's okay. I've never
Jason,
seen it.
How would you? This is what I struggle with: Evil Dead 2, Re-Animator, Return of the Living Dead, either Dawn or Day of the Dead, whichever one you want to put. It has this vibe that's like a subgenre of the category. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know what to call it, or if there is a name for it. But whenever I talk to people about horror movies, I try to like specify that I love this stuff the most. Like it rises to the top for me. That subgenre. What is that? And Phil, chime in if you know too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if there's a subgenre. I mean, because some of these have comedy baked into them, so comedy horror. But
it's not that. Yeah, it's not. If you called it a comedy horror, people would get bummed out when they watch it because not enough comedy.
Well, it's not like a ha.
Yeah,
it's like a silly slapsticky kind of stuff.
It's so good, dude. Whatever it is, that's the best for me. And like that's my probably like close to my trinity right there. Those three. Yeah, good stuff.
I was not consulted in this list.
No, this is my
That
list.
Clear. This is not be on my list.
I repped you. I repped you here. Keep going.
You,
keep going.
it's okay.
Keep going.
You kind of did.
I repped you. Here we go.
This is the rep. This is it. This is it for me. This is the.
We love this.
This is what I want to watch when I'm sick of watching slasher films. Like, I just want to binge watch over and over again, not only the film, but the series on Hulu, which is phenomenal. But Jason, obviously, as the expert here, I want to hear what you think.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves the show.
Not a hot take.
It's not that
And the
popular. Like, I mean, I guess around in my circles, I don't know, down in Miami where people are disgusting and horrifying.
Oh,
and
no,
they
I don't believe that. I
I'm
love
joking,
you,
I'm joking.
Miami. I love
no,
you,
of course we
Miami.
love Miami, but people aren't really horror fanatics here that I know of,
Yeah.
at least. And this is when I mention what we do in the shadows, most people are like, I have no idea what you're
It's true.
talking about.
It's true. It has like I think it's such a good show that it is on par with those other like fake documentary shows. Like we love Parks and Rec and The Office and all that stuff, but this one is such a good watch, dude. And like we have our nighttime shows when we're falling asleep. Like, let's put this on, chill out,
This is
brain
one of
bleach.
them.
But like 11 months out of the year, Jason, it's Star Trek: The Next Generation. And during October, it has become what we do in the shadows. Love this show, dude. So goddamn.
Yeah.
good.
How does the horror community
No.
feel about this series?
I think they like it. I know it was nominated for a Chainsaw War award last year.
Wow.
I think it won.
Okay.
But no, I think everyone loves it because it's not a scary show or movie, but it leans into a lot of the things that we like about the horror genre, and the cast in both the movie and the show are just great.
So good.
The energy vampire is
Yes, Colin
never
Robinson.
is never not funny.
It's so good.
I know. And you know it's funny is like the more because now I'm trying to catch up and finish season 3, but like the more that I watch the show and I am rewatching a lot of it with Peter now because he's never seen it, but the more I start to identify energy vampires in my life.
We had that conversation last night, Jason. If you want to name anybody from your personal life that you
Please
feel is
do.
an energy vampire, go ahead. Like we're cool with that. Nobody watches this, but we have some friends. We have some friends that were like.
They flirt with being
Yeah.
energy vampire. They're not always.
No, we have some friends who we put in the emotional vampire category.
Oh yeah.
And some who are the energy vampires, and you still gotta hang out
And
with them.
coworkers too.
Oh, a lot
they're
of
like
coworkers. A lot of coworkers.
yeah, top.
Not my coworkers; they're all great.
Oh, okay, good.
That
good.
was
Same
well-
here.
well
same
done,
here,
sir.
Same
Well
here.
done. Yeah, you're
Look,
safe.
Nathan McCarter jumped in with his 5, and I love this.
Wait, are we done with our 5?
No, but I just wanted
Okay,
like
go for
a
it.
little quick.
A break from
yeah.
ours. That's fine.
Nathan's 5 are Psycho, Exorcist, Halloween, Let the Right One In. What a great call.
Oh.
And Dawn of the Dead. Rocky Horror is tied for 5, but not a pure horror. So
Ooh,
let's go
Rocky
with the
Horror
other
is like
good.
my OG favorite.
Yeah.
All good.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, exactly. Like Exorcist was probably the first movie that made me crap my pants, and
Exorcist, really?
that's the first movie that effed me up hard, dude.
Oh, for me it was The Fly.
The Fly's fantastic. I love The Fly. I loved it.
That scene where he cracks the guy's
Yes.
wrist in half, forever scarred. I will never play.
I-
I'll never play arm wrestling with anybody ever again.
By the way, Jason, I don't put The Fly and The Thing, which are 2 of my favorite films of all time, in this list because it's not like the Halloween vibe per se.
Yeah.
But 2 of my favorite films all time transcend the genre. You know what I'm saying? Again, this
Yeah,
is
I
not
mean, the thing for me is a winter movie.
yes.
That's like Christmas horror.
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
Christmas horror. I
So
like
good,
that.
so good. And The Fly to me is just a perfect movie. Period. It's so
And, yeah,
damn-
end of
it-
sentence
yeah.
for sure. Okay,
Yeah.
let's
and I
move.
root for him. I root for Jeff.
Let's see what.
Brundlefly.
Okay. See, Evil Dead 2. That's what I would have put on the list as well.
you put, here it is.
I know. Well, thank God. But
I
we
thought
are
of you.
both very.
So I put up quite a few that you would have put. Trick or Treat. What We Do in the Shadows.
Sure.
Evil Dead 2.
Sure. Where's Sleepy Hollow?
I was gonna put it in, but it was too much already.
That's a.
It's a great one though. That's a great.
Okay.
What? Your camera. What do we think about Sleepy Hollow? Quick, Jason.
Yeah, quick.
Well, we like it.
Yeah, I think it's a perfect Halloween
Yes, agree.
movie. It has the vibe. It's
Yeah.
all there.
Yeah.
And it's Tim Burton.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think a lot of people would have that on their list. I think when I do see a lot of people's lists, Sleepy Hollow is very common.
Okay. Yeah, that's
good.
about right.
That's what we want to know. Like,
I mean,
where-
we've already talked about Evil Dead. I think at length.
No, I did not. Evil Dead 2 to me is the greatest movie of all time ever made. Period. It's so perfect. It's
Better than Season of the Witch?
yes.
Wow.
I love Season of the Witch. Don't get me wrong, but Evil Dead 2 it's like the apex of so much. Besides the genres meeting, It's the craftsmanship, the fact that they semi-remade a film, and you know, because the Evil Dead is a student film, right? That's right, Jason? I don't want to get that wrong.
More or less.
More or less.
I mean,
I mean, they were in college when they made it, yeah? That's what I remember?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you can see the gym in one of the scenes, like, right, you look up, or is that Evil Dead 2, when you look up and you see the gym through the cabin roof? There's something like that, you see the basketball gym. But yeah. But Bruce Campbell is, to me, the greatest actor we have in our generation. I mean, please, I don't want to hear.
He's coming out in a new like horror film, like a zombie film too.
Yeah, we everything. I don't want to hear Daniel Day-Lewis. I don't want to hear Timothée Chalamet. Get out of here.
Oh my God, get out of here, please.
Bruce Campbell
It's
would
always
never
Bruce Campbell.
have an Xbox Xbox controller customizing channel. He's too busy with classic films. Yeah, so it's got everything I've ever wanted. So many lines. I'll swallow your soul. I'll swallow your soul. I mean, it's perfect, dude.
Swallow your soul. It's perfect.
I don't know. I mean, to me, this is the best of all time. And of course, we throw it in there. It's almost, here's a weird thing, Jason, and I don't know if you have this as somebody who has to be around this stuff a lot. Do you like something or a film so much that you avoid it for fear of wearing it out? I do that.
No, I don't. I'll watch a movie if I'm in a mood. Like, I've seen Mad Max Fury Road at least 15 times. So it doesn't matter. I've seen the original Halloween. I can't. I don't know. Or Jurassic Park. I just if I want to watch the movie, I'm going to watch it.
No.
Sometimes if it's something I've seen a lot, I'll just kind of like, I can look at my phone or something
Fair.
or work while I'm watching it. But I don't get burnt out by movies, or else I wouldn't love Star Wars as much as I do and watch that religiously.
Yeah, cool. Okay, well, good point. I have never been burnt out. I just get scared that I might. And maybe I have to work on that in therapy.
I do burn out.
Yeah, you burn out?
I burn out on films. I feel like I'm always on the search for something new.
We like the new hype.
And so sometimes
I
just like to treasure it and then just come back to it like annually.
Yeah.
Like that one watch. You know what I mean?
We've watched Trick or Treat like 5 times this month.
Shows is different. Like shows I can rewatch and binge watch over and over again, but with movies I feel like I hold them at such a high regard that I'm like, I have to save this.
What's wrong with us? How's that beer, by the way, Jason? Are you happy so far? No? And what's that one again?
This one is House of Torment Haunted Houses Pumpkin Ale.
Okay, good.
I got it because it has a cool illustration on it. It's not bad.
Again, that's how we do it.
The pumpkin one, by the way, the Dunkin' Pumpkin did not taste like a donut to me.
Let me tell you something, hot take here. This is a hot take.
Oh, Lord.
I'm going to get one. I actually like the Dunkin' one better than the Cool Can one.
No, I
Weird,
disagree.
dude. I went back and I tried the other one, like, oh, not as good.
No, I disagree.
Okay.
Okay, wait, what's our next one?
I think that's it. Check again.
No,
sure?
in terms of beers.
Oh, I'll find it, but let me make sure we're here.
Oh, Paranorman. Oh,
controversial.
God, this movie.
Dude.
No, controversial nothing.
Very
dude.
hot
This
take.
Is incredible. This is like the most palatable, to me, horror Halloween vibe movie that you could, like, if you knew somebody that didn't fuck with horror at all, you would tell them, you want to get into Halloween this year, you want to feel the vibe, put on this movie.
It's so good.
So you could watch it with, like, you could watch it with your kids, you could watch it alone, and it's not offensive. It still has so many different, I don't know, characteristics of like what you would think. You know, it's got zombies, it's got witchcraft, it's got old Salemese style witchcraft stuff, which is super creepy. And it's still like a very heartwarming story of, you know, a kid who just feels different and doesn't fit in until finally he can put all of his weird talents to use. Like, I don't see how that doesn't make it on this list. Anyway, it maybe.
No,
maybe. What do you think?
I don't think it's a hot take.
What do you think?
I think just looking at a lot of other lists,
Need a buzzer
I think
sign.
it's included in that. And it's it's gateway horror for a younger audience that, you know, probably can't watch The Return of the Living Dead. I would even say, if you have kids, you can watch it with them.
Yeah, I would even say it's gateway for adults who say, I don't like horror, because I know plenty of people who are my age or older who are like, I'm not into it. I don't want the nightmares. Like, I just don't, like, I get creeped out and I don't want to do it. And like, I get the anxiety that comes with watching stuff that makes you uncomfortable. But I feel like this and, for example, like Sleepy Hollow and Beetlejuice and like all of these very kind of like PG/PG-13 films are good to give you the Halloween vibe without sacrificing comfort, like mental comfort, I guess.
Yeah, Beetlejuice is great.
Beetlejuice is a perfect film.
But I chose Ed Wood as my timber.
Well, yeah.
No, yeah. Look, that's the thing is like I was thinking about how to not. Well, by the way, Dead Kuriyama says that Dizzy Rascal dance in this movie. It's the best. Fix up, look sharp.
Oh my God, it's so like
so
who thought about putting Dizzy Rascal in any movie? It's incredible. I'm sorry,
This is a
just-
Leica film, right?
me,
I
it's
believe Paranorman's a Leica film, Leica
Yeah,
Studios.
it's the same people that did Coraline.
That's
it the
Leica.
same-
Yeah.
that's the same
Those
studio?
people are a band of witches and warlocks over there playing with the most powerful magic.
Oh my God,
I
what's
love
the
them.
movie that they came out with? Well, it wouldn't make it as a Halloween,
Oh,
although
Kubo,
it's
Kubo. You like?
Kubo.
Yeah, it's a good one. Now,
a good
I
one.
put this one, and I also want to, of course, shout out Nightmare Before Christmas because but I always
Yeah, but it's
push that
to
into
me, that's
Christmas. I know.
Yeah.
I put that for Christmas. That's why that's not on the list. If you guys are asking, I'm pushing that into my Christmas list, just so everybody knows.
Sure.
Same.
Yeah. Okay.
Christmas horror. I think we talked about this already. There's like a whole genre of Christmas or like
Krampus.
winter horror, like The Thing,
Like Krampus. We love
Nightmare
Krampus.
Before Christmas. That's winter.
Yeah.
There's a new one coming out called Silent Night with Keira Knightley. It played at Fantastic Fest, and I think it's coming out in November.
Okay.
That's something to add to your list for Christmas.
And Black Friday, the new Bruce
Yes.
Campbell one.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
another. That's
that's
going to be
two good ones.
another Christmas.
Guys, you can
horror.
take that with you, man. Look at that. Is that? I think that's our end of.
That's the end of our list.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with how we did. I feel like we didn't shock anybody, which I guess that means our
No.
taste is good. I was
Yeah.
hoping to get a hot take in there, but look, that means that we have good taste.
We do have good taste. I
Yeah.
think we should show the Fangoria website
Yes.
before we go.
Yes.
Well, before we let go of Jason.
Yes.
Yeah.
So here we go, guys. If you're not reading Fangoria online, if you're not subscribed to the magazine, you totally should. It's outstanding stuff. And like Jason mentioned, a quarterly magazine that is evergreen content. It really feels like a book, like
you
like
can
a
keep
coffee
it
table
on your
book.
bookshelf, and you will still be able to reference it later.
Yeah, I don't like lending stuff to people because no one gives anything back. I have all these friends. Oh, let me borrow. You're not going to borrow anything, but you could theoretically let somebody borrow this and let them enjoy it, give them a little taste of it, and it's also probably this is probably what some people are going to get for Christmas from me. Now I'm thinking about it.
Yep, probably.
Subscription. That's
Yep.
a good idea.
Hopefully not too
it's
many
a
people.
great idea.
It's a great idea. Phil?
It is.
Yes, Phil? Okay. So the idea is that you guys, we're very lucky Jason stopped by to hang out with us. I feel like he really gave us a lot of credibility. We had a real guy from the inside come and review what we think about things. And look, here we are standing strong.
Yeah.
Good opinions.
How did we do, Jason?
Did great.
Great.
Okay.
Good selection of movies. I had a great time.
Amazing.
Good. I don't want to be labeled like a fake horror fan.
Yeah, we don't
because
wanna be
I put
posers.
Paranorman on
There's
my
no such
list.
thing.
No, okay.
That's mean internet people saying
Okay.
Yeah, I
locking
don't.
people into like gatekeeping. Nah.
Yeah, I
Just
was
enjoy
gonna say
movies.
I would be heartbroken if you gate kept me right out of horror. I'd be like, well, I guess that's it. I'm done.
Jason, before you go, though, what is the best Halloween candy?
There is only one answer.
It's the Reese's in the shape of pumpkins.
Well, that's good. That's fine. Well, okay.
What's the
What's
right
the
answer?
correct answer?
I know the right answer. I'm
I
wondering
do
if
too.
you
The
do.
Nerds candy corn.
That's all.
I tried
Juice.
finding those. Yeah,
James.
we don't have that here.
No,
I want to try that. I looked for it at Walgreens today.
but that's not the correct
There's
answer.
some-
The
What-
correct answer is.
What do you think the right
Yes.
answer is? Because
The
you're
correct answer is candy corn. Normal, everyday
that's
candy
so not
corn. That is the correct answer.
no,
I'm
that's
sorry.
really wrong. Buzz yourself, please. There you go. Thank you so much.
I'll take it.
No,
It's fine.
the right answer is probably anything Reese's is the number one.
You are right.
You could have Reese's Pieces, Reese's Cup, Reese's
true.
Pumpkin, Reese's Ghost. Anything
Ooh,
Reese's.
white Reese's Ghost? That one's
Fine, if
good,
you want to
yeah.
get weird. Anything Reese's is the
The
right
chat
answer.
says, okay, thank God Mike is in the chat and he said candy corn objectively.
He has-
and
I
if you
love
say
candy
candy
corn.
corn is trash, you can leave the chat right now. How dare you?
I'm not saying it's trash. I'm saying pumpkin creams over candy corn.
Negative. They taste like plastic.
And I like candy corn. Candy corn is great. And there's the chocolate candy corn is very good.
Ryan in the chat says zombie Skittles, which I've never heard
Ooh,
of.
gotta try that out. Never heard of it.
Yeah.
I would say the Heath bar is the unsung hero
Okay,
of Halloween.
that's a weird take, but okay.
Those are the ones you'd get. You're like, I'm not gonna eat this. But
Oh,
then
no.
you get to the bottom of your bag. You're like, and then you start eating them. And like, this is pretty good.
Yeah, Heath is.
Yeah,
Heath
that is true.
It's never been on my list, but we got some already in
Because the
advance.
Heath bar looks and sounds like excuse me,
Like
grandma
Werther's-
candy.
Yeah, Werther's original, but it's so not. It's like granddad's.
It's not.
Candy.
It's like some of the best.
Nobody
candy
talks
ever.
about Butterfinger anymore. I think it's because they changed the color of the wrapper to a more of a yellow.
And I think that a lot of kids just got straight up cavities from the Butterfinger rotting in the back of their molars for years, because that's what that stuff does to
Yeah.
you.
I'm also down with Baby Ruth.
Ah.
Jason, one last question. Best Universal monster. There's only one right answer here. The best.
sure.
Thank you very much. You got it right so fast. Thank you, sir.
Oh, very, very well done. Very well done.
You know who got that wrong? Brian Flynn from Super 7 got that one wrong.
What did
I
he
think.
say?
I think he said Frankenstein's monster, which is ridiculous.
Pretty good.
I mean,
It's okay. It's not the right answer, though. We asked for one right answer.
There is really only one.
Some things are objectively true. Other things are, opinion.
Right, exactly.
But those Super 7 folks over there, they don't know what they're up to over
They're
there.
trying.
They hang out.
They try their best.
Yeah.
They
Well,
really do.
I'm gonna have a talk with him when I see him at Decon.
Yeah,
And remind
yeah.
him what's what.
Yeah.
Jason, wow, dude, thank you so much for hanging with us. Amazing. I hope you would come in back and do it again at some point, even not during the Halloween season.
Sure.
Just to,
Sure.
like,
But
yeah.
let's bring it back for Christmas horror. Why not?
Oh, you want to do that? You want to come around Christmas time sometime?
Yeah. Okay.
Forget all your plans. If you have family plans, you don't need. It's overrated.
It's
Look,
okay. It's not. Nobody needs to be there.
just bunker down and hang out with us. We're your family now, sir.
Sounds good.
Fangoria. Check it out.
Yay! Thanks, Jason.
We put the links in the description box if you guys want to go check out the website. Follow Jason online. The links are in the description. You're all over the place. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, hanging out, having a great time. And he DMs back.
He does.
All right, dude. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Bye, Jason.
Bye.
Later, dude.
Hey, that was awesome.
That was great.
Yeah, it was so fun.
Very happy with how that went.
Absolutely happy.
I don't
want
want to speak too soon, but so far we're like really deep into the stream and no issues.
I mean, I'm on. I mean, after what
Yep.
I did at school today, I feel like I can't mess up anymore.
Oh wow. So
Well,
you're-
I should preface that by saying I held my first cooking competition with my cooking club today at school, and it went so well. It ran a little bit longer than I thought it was. Whatever. I'm not good with time. I have ADD. But it went just so well, and we had so much fun that my brain is like,
riding high.
oh my.
Follow Gabby online if you're not at Impossible to Spell, but Double Trouble. I'm sure you know about it, and she's probably post about it soon.
Yeah,
to
just
check it out.
go look at Peter's post.
And
You'll find it.
meanwhile, you
I
guys.
post nothing about what I
No.
do in my day job, but you can go ahead and check it. Oh, look, actually, the winner of our cooking
David.
competition is here in the chat.
David, you killed it, dude.
Balsham. Yes.
Yes, dude.
He made such an incredible breakfast sandwich
dude.
at our
So
cooking
good.
competition that it literally just crushed the other kids.
David was one of my best students when I was teaching at the same school that Gabby teaches at, and turns out he's one of her best students too. And
Well, he's not my student.
in the cooking club.
He's too smart to be one of my students.
Okay,
but
okay,
he
okay.
is one of the best in my cooking club.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
So congrats,
absolutely.
David.
And
Everybody-
he's doing lino cut stuff now
Yeah.
too. Yeah, you got to send that stuff, David, over to Peter so he can see how great you're doing.
Oh, I saw him the other day. Yeah.
Oh, did you? Okay, good.
Everybody, meanwhile, please put your favorite number one candy in the comments.
Yeah,
so we
I've
can see
already
it. I see.
caught a lot of shit for candy corn,
Yeah.
and also how dare you, but also I respect you for standing up for
Plus
what
one,
you think is right.
plus
but you're
one
wrong.
Swedish fish is a hot take.
You're allowed to have a
Jolly
wrong
Ginger
opinion.
Giant says, "I was with you on what we do in the shadows, but you lost
You
my
see,
candy."
we're no longer friends, sir.
Okay, we still have so much to get to. By the way, I want to say that at the end there with Jason, we were drinking Southern Tears Warlock.
It's
pretty
good. It's good.
It's super,
It's
like-
a little strong.
Yeah, but it has like a lot of like what herbs and spices.
What? Oh, because it has like cinnamon, allspice, cloves, and a bunch of other stuff. Is it a stout?
It's good. Yeah, Imperial Pumpkin
Yeah,
Stout.
this
Guys,
will-
3 for 3. I like all these beers.
This is really strong. This is like a one and done kind of
Yeah,
beer,
yeah, well,
or
stouts in
share
general.
one with somebody because it is very strong, but it is delicious. And let me tell you something: if you threw a little bit of vanilla ice cream in
Yeah,
this,
dude.
woo, that is a great,
Liddy.
great dessert.
Liddy. Snickers.
Oh,
for
Snickers!
Sure.
See, look,
Strong.
Snickers is the correct answer as well. Congratulations on Snickers, people.
All right. So okay, we have to keep moving because we have so much. I have a whole table full of things we have to get
We
to.
have so much to do. Okay, continue.
I'm
Where do
gonna
I go
ask-
next?
I'm gonna ask Gabby to set up our cereal situation here, and I'm gonna talk about Road Montejos, and I want to show you some of the stuff he sent us because you're gonna love it, dude.
Oh my God, it's so good. We're so lucky to be peripherally friends with Rhodey because the stuff that he puts out during Halloween is just like A1 best. I mean, if you haven't purchased something from Rhodey yet, you need to move over
He's so
to
cool.
his
Okay, so I was saying
Instagram.
like in the beginning of the stream, that Halloween flag is a genius item, and It sells out, so it's probably not available anymore. But you
No,
can check
it's
out.
gone. But check out all the other stuff.
Okay, now I want to go to Art Cam. So let me switch up
Art
here.
Cam,
Hold on
you
one
got
second.
it.
Hold on.
Okay, no, whenever you're ready.
This here.
Yeah, he sent us such a we purchased, like Peter said, we
Yeah, I
purchased
bought the
that flag
flag,
like
and
immediately.
he sent me some fun things.
And yeah, he gave us a bunch of goodies because we've known him for a little bit now, and
Yeah, I bought a print off of him like 20 years
oh
ago.
my god,
at
and it's
Comic-Con.
like the centerpiece of our living room art wall.
All right, put me on Art Cam.
Got it. You're asking me to do too many things at
No,
once,
you can do it.
considering the day I've had. All right, there you go.
All right. Okay, guys, check this out. So this is his art style. So you can see it's really cool. First of all, the package he sent literally had a sticker that says "Not Haunted" on it. So good.
I kind of wished it was haunted at that point. I was
Okay.
pleased.
And then, so this is the stuff that was in it. So this is like a cool postcard, but look at his drawing style. Look at that, how great that is. It feels like a mix of like.
It looks like Over the Garden Wall a little bit.
Yeah,
it's
but he
giving me
was-
that vibe. But no, he was doing
He's
that shit
20
way
years
before.
ahead of that, which
Yeah,
I love
way
that show, but
before.
20 years ahead. Look at this amazing pin, Mystic Order of Halloween. Look at that pin. So
I'm gonna
good.
wear that every day of the year. No, I want the other one, the sheriff.
No, you
one.
want this one, Halloween,
That's-
the Halloween kid, man.
It's
It's
so good.
If you ever see him at a convention too, his whole booth is made of awesome cardboard.
He is like a cardboard artist.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Hold on a second. He's illustrated a bunch of books, kids books, Cloud Boy, the Halloween Kid, the Gumazing Gum Girl series. So check him out online. I'll repost him. I've been reposting him, but yeah, check him out. He sent me the sticker and the air freshener of the Halloween flag. It's so good, dude.
And is it orange smell?
I haven't
Which
opened
makes
it. It says
sense.
so. I haven't opened it
has
yet.
to be.
I want a patch of this. I want to ask if he has a patch.
Oh yeah.
And then
Definitely
these
a patch
sticker
of it.
packs, which are so cool. This one says Happy Halloween, and look all these little good ghost. And this ghost's so cute.
I
dude.
know. I love him.
He also has like these retro tin signs you can get, and these custom prints you can buy where like, two like a couple like. He's got all types of couples together, and then he'll write your names on them. So it's really, really good. Look at that guy. It's like a cool mad scientist pumpkin with the warts and all. So really, really good. I'm coming.
I almost ruined everything.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
You should show everybody what this.
Yes. Show the box. You have the box.
I do have the box. I will show you. It's
Okay,
really
you guys,
good.
here's the thing. Last year, if you remember, we had a cereal off, and we tried every cereal we could find, including that weird-ass Cap'n Crunch cereal that was like Haunted Crunch or whatever, Nightmare. And
It wasn't a nightmare.
it was okay. It was just
It was
whatever.
not great, but it wasn't a nightmare.
Pumpkin is greater than Warlock. Do we have that Pumpkin? Is that what I had at
King
first?
is better. No, we didn't get that. Did we get that one?
I have
Now
3
don't
more
remember.
beers. I have Brooklyn Brewery,
Uh-huh.
Brooklyn Post Road Pumpkin Ale, Elysian Night Owl, and something that's like the most generic beer ever. It's just called Pumpkin Ale
Pumpkin ale.
from Shoffley.
Okay, the fun part about this cereal is
Okay.
that you've got like it's like all ghosts.
No, it's literally
Right?
everybody combined. It's Frankenberry. It's Count Dracula. Count Chocula. It's Boo Berry.
Yes.
It's Fruit Brute and the elusive Yummy Mummy. The
Yes.
box art is incredible. We're going to try this.
Cheers, by the way. It's immediately Frankenberry.
Yeah.
Immediately.
I don't know why the cereals always taste like they always feel slimy to me. Do you notice that? Like there's a film on all the crunchy parts.
I think that's the marshmallow. Like as it dissolves, because marshmallow has like a weird viscosity to it or something.
Good word.
You're welcome.
It's
I think
good
there's
though.
little bats in here, which make me very happy.
I would eat.
There's little marshmallow bats
Put me
and
back on art cam. Put me
marshmallow
back on art
something
cam.
else.
So you doesn't see this.
Art cam?
Yeah.
Got it.
It's got everybody in there.
Damn.
I don't
Fine,
see
it's
where
good.
Count Chocula is though.
Um,
Is he there? Oh yeah, I see him. He's like dark guy.
Where?
there. Isn't that what Count Chocula right there? Or no, that's I don't know what's happening.
it all looks the same.
Yeah.
To me.
But it's good.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's fine.
It's definitely it's like capital O, capital K.
It's better than getting any of them individually.
Oh, 100%. It's good.
Oh.
It's fun.
I wonder if it's good or that we just had almost 2 beers to it ourselves, and now we're like, oh, this is delicious.
You think it's like influenced by?
Mm-hmm. I could eat the whole thing though. All right,
Oh, I would.
switch back.
Raph says Peter's face just looked like he realized he's finally not good anymore.
I've never realized that.
Come on, man.
All right. So what else we got? We have more stuff to do.
Do we have more stuff to do?
Let me see real quick. Okay, we have one more segment, and then we're gonna get to the print reveal, and we outie. One more thing.
One more segment. What's
Yeah.
the last segment?
The segment I wanted to get to is crazy cool stuff we found and got this year for our Halloween decoration stuff.
Oh yeah. Wait,
Yes.
we have a very special gift that we have to
Yes.
talk about.
Go ahead.
Okay, so one of our viewers,
Take it to the house.
her name is Abby.
You don't have the big cam for you?
She is 8 years old. I'm gonna give this to you so you can show everybody on the
Okay.
big cam. But Abby was very sweet. We haven't been able to really hang out a lot. Actually, we hung out a little bit last year during.
She's the daughter of one of our good friends.
Yeah, she's the daughter of one of my coworkers and a good friend of ours, Andrew. And last year we got to hang out a little bit because she would come to school. But this year, obviously, since we're all back to normal, I haven't seen her. But she does watch the show almost like religiously. And after the last, I think it was the last, right? Was it the last show where we were talking about Frankenstein's monster? Maybe it was one before that. But Frankenstein is one of her favorite horror characters, like one of her favorite spooky monsters. And she sent us a Halloween card, and she sent me even like an Instagram tease or a video tease through text message where she was like, check out this awesome toy that I have. And it was like a Frankenstein in a close jar with like the windmill behind it and all sorts of crazy stuff. And she was like, this is just a hint of what's coming. So I got the
Go to
card
Art Cam.
today.
Go to Art Cam.
I'm gonna, so you can see what the art, what the what's it called? Was the card
It says
looking like
to Gabby and Peter from Abby.
from Abby Rose.
Oh, Abby Rose Harriman.
And
right.
look at all of her illustrations.
Amazing jack-o'-lantern.
Incredible. I love that ghost
Incredible
is easily.
ghost.
And I think that's like a pumpkin like ride. It's like a carnival ride.
Yeah, it looks like a skull pumpkin carnival ride.
It's
really good.
incredible.
Really strong. All right,
Okay, open it
I'm
up
gonna open it up.
and look who it is.
Oh snap!
Look, open it so you can see what it says.
Okay, hold on.
It says, "May all the villagers you meet not have torches and pitchforks." I love it. And then
That's
she
so
wrote us a
fun.
really sweet message about how she doesn't get to see us, but she knows that, you know, she really was like appreciative that we featured Frankenstein, which is her favorite spooky monster. Look, if you look at the back, there's like the whole message there.
Oh,
It says like, you know, I hope you like it. Frankenstein's the best. You know, she likes watching the show, and
Oh,
she just
she
hopes
goes,
we have
I
a
hope-
creepy Halloween.
yeah, it's really good. Abby,
love
we
it.
love it. You're
It's
amazing.
my favorite. I love it. I'm going to treasure this forever. I'm going to display it every year. I'm going
Yes.
to make everybody read it.
This is gonna be on the permanent display.
Yes.
Shout out, Abby. That's amazing.
Thank you, Abby. You're the best.
Thank you, Abby.
I'm
Love that.
glad to see that there are kids out there
The
who
youths.
still the youths
The
who
youths
still
with the
appreciate
Halloweens.
Halloween as much as we do.
We love that.
Yeah.
Woo.
Awesome. Awesome.
Okay, now
Okay, now
we're even better spirits. Okay, so a couple of things we picked up this year for Halloween, and one thing I want to show you guys, like if you want to, I mean, it's almost too late, I guess, for this Halloween, but it's a cool thing that I figured out you could do. I'm sure I didn't invent this, but we went to Spirit Halloween like 4,000 times this month to get little things. We had this idea like, oh, let's have a few friends over and have a little Halloween get
oh
together.
no, it's turning into a rager.
And then we're like, but we could go a little hard. Well, we didn't invite more people, but we definitely.
we did. Yes, we did.
Little
we
bit.
started off with like a small group of like 7 people, and we're really
now we have 14
We're
people.
at capacity now.
Okay, but the point is, and, you know, and so everything started like leveling up. I ordered a few masks. I'm like, oh, the mask could be cool if we decorate the house with a mask, and it's kind of cool. And we need a few extra masks.
Someone took that.
I got a few masks from Trick or Treat
few?
Studios. Amazing stuff. You saw some of it here. I'm not going to go in depth to every single thing. We're going to show when
He's
the
gonna
house is
showcase his
decorated.
favorite ones.
When the house is decorated, we're going to do a little tour.
Yeah, tomorrow.
There's no time
or,
to do all
sorry,
of it
the
here.
day after tomorrow.
Yeah. So I'll show you guys that like on Instagram. I'll
You
do a
can
live
see
or
the
whatever.
depths of his
But
depravity.
I want to show you a couple of things, okay? Number one, the winner for me of the whole year. Like if you wanted to buy a mask, like if you wanted to get into that, Trick or Treat Studios makes amazing ones. If you only get one, look at this.
Oh yeah, that's strong. That's a really strong one.
This thing is life size. Let me get over here.
By the way, very popular mask on TikTok.
Oh yeah?
I've shown you those videos.
I don't remember everything on TikTok. It gives me seizures.
He's too
But look at
old.
this. It's a life size, obviously. It's got the neck cow, the cow with the back piece and the fin. The neck, you know, you can put your shirt over it.
It's
And
good.
it's awesome as a statue. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
eyes
have it
are
year round.
creepy.
Yeah, it's a really good paint job on it,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it was like $60.
Damn, look at that profile.
Yeah,
Give him the profile view. Look at that.
Look at that, dude.
Strong.
and so I would say MVP of the season, this guy right here. But there's so many great masks on Trick or Treat Studios, and again, Big Bad Toy Store has them.
Yeah,
and all that.
worth
Check 'em out.
checking them out for sure.
But hold on. Then when we were at Spirit, I had this idea like, oh, I was gonna be Freddy for Halloween originally.
Right. Except
I was gonna be Freddy for Halloween because I had this sweater my whole life. There's a Freddy sweater. I found the hat. I'm like, okay, but then I'm like thinking like, what a lame costume if I don't have a mask. So I got this mask, and then I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have to wear a mask the whole night. It's gonna be so hot, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
But I got the mask anyway, and I didn't want to go hard on it. It was a $20 mask at Spirit Studios, Spirit Halloween.
Spirit Studios.
I'm not gonna.
Don't move him
Yeah, I'm
because
not gonna
he's
move
like,
him. I just
yeah.
wanna get out of
But you can move out of the way and take your microphone with
Okay,
you.
so you can see this mask right here. Check this out, you guys.
Yeah, move his. There you go.
It's not the most realistic mask,
Definitely not.
but it's cool. It was
Yeah.
it was like $20 on at Spirit. They sold the hat for like $15. But if you have an old hat, like you could use that.
Yeah.
And I happen to have this old Navy sweater that looks like a Freddy sweater
It really does.
from like the year 2000. I've kept it because it's a super comfortable sweater. Okay. If you don't have one and you wanted to do what I'm going to show you now, you could buy the sweater at Spirit too. It's like $20, whatever it is too. Something like that, 25, whatever. But the point is, I put those things together on there's a cookie jar underneath. There's a cookie jar underneath. I put the mask in a styrofoam head, which you can get on Amazon for like next to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Then I put the sweater over the mask, and now and I stuffed the sweater with like
Plastic bags.
plastic shopping bags, like little from grocery bags. And I gave them some like volume here, and I tucked the sweater underneath itself, and then I put the hat on top of it, and now it's like a really cool
It's really
decoration.
cool. It actually creeped me out for real, like
Yeah.
the first few days that it was up in the house, and now I'm like used to him being around. But it's really an effective piece of decor for Halloween.
It was such a nothing. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing to this. It's literally plastic bags on a cookie jar. You could use a bucket, a beach, bucket, anything, and then it's not like attached or anything. You could like pull it right off.
Sure.
But I love
Super
this.
lightweight.
I love this so much that I went to find like all.
Oh my god.
I found a Jason mask. I found
We have all the slashers in
a Michael
conclusion.
Myers mask,
and they're all set up the same way as Freddy.
and a Ghostface from Scream.
Correct,
And I
yeah.
made a little bust
Classic.
out of them. And the shirt for Jason is a button-down shirt that I had. It looks like a work shirt, like a mechanic shirt.
Mm-hmm.
They're all Old Navy. I only have clothes from Old Navy. And then the Michael Myers one is a blue one. And so I'll show you that when we do our little
The
house
Scream
tour.
one is like a cape that I have.
Yeah, the Scream one is like a dollar store vampire cape that I just wrapped around it.
It's
But it
really
looks,
good.
like in terms of Halloween decorations, it looks awesome, dude.
I think when they're
looks
all
awesome.
put next to each
Yeah.
other, but like even if you only had one, like if you weren't into all of the
It
slashers,
could be a
but
cool
you-
centerpiece.
It's just so cool to have like on a dining room table, or you can put him on like a table like right by a window close to your front door, and like people will legitimately get freaked out about it. Like I can't even. It's hard for me to walk next to the Michael Myers one because I'm like, dude, that is like. At the first, as soon as I wake up and I go to make a cup of coffee and Michael Myers is staring me in the face, it's like it even creeps
It's
me
weird.
out.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's like a cool, like, it's not that expensive to put together like a pretty impressive decoration if you wanted to, versus buying like a statue for hundreds of dollars or whatever.
Right.
Okay. What
What
else? I'm excited about.
What
here?
else are you excited about?
In the cute department, we have a TJ Maxx home goods store nearby.
Yes.
Strongly recommend them for Halloween stuff early. You have to go like in September.
Yeah, as soon as they put out the Halloween stuff, you kind of got to run over there.
It feels like, what is this, felt?
It is felt.
Yeah. This thing is amazing. It's fat, like has a weight on the bottom so it doesn't
Yeah.
tip over. This fat little ghost with
Look
a
at that
flag.
face.
Look at that face.
He's so good. He's just happy to be here.
I'm just happy to be here.
Just happy to be here celebrating Halloween with
We have a
us.
few of these little felt ghosts, and like
Yes.
one of them's a concerned one of them's like a mayor.
I love the concerned one is my favorite one. He's holding his head and he's going like, oh God.
But TJ Maxx Home Goods has strong entries.
They do.
My
They
mom
do.
got us
Headless Horseman.
a headless horseman. I'll show you guys when we
Statue.
do our
It's
tour.
incredible.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah.
But this is a good one. Like if you're like not into scary stuff, I
Uh-huh.
love this thing.
Yeah, that one's good. Oh, show them the Hobby Lobby marquee pumpkins. So like Hobby Lobby is not. Oh, hold on, my camera went off. Hobby Lobby is not like a
They're not-
Halloween
they're
place. They only do
anti-Halloween.
fall
Yeah.
season stuff because they're very religious.
Yeah.
But they do have some good
They have
like
questionable-
additional stuff.
They have questionable beliefs.
Whatever. But the point is that they have like good additional stuff. So if you want to get like pumpkin themed
This
or
one's cool.
hay or whatever, they had these
Actually,
for
this-
like.
oh yeah, it was Hobby Lobby.
It was like $10 each or something.
$15.99.
Okay, well, yeah, but we got it on a heavy
Yeah,
discount.
yeah.
And they're awesome to just like light up a place and give it a little bit
Yeah,
more
see?
Halloween vibe. I think they're awesome.
This is
They
a
run
good
on
one.
like AA batteries. They're great.
Okay. I have
What
to give a
else?
shout out to NECA, the toy maker.
Ah, yeah.
Like, I got a ton of stuff from them. I got the Sam from Trick or Treat. I got the Trick or Treaters from Halloween 3. I think I showed them last time we did this.
Yeah.
But then recently I picked up the Crimson Ghost, the Misfits mascot.
Yeah, he's
And
great.
dude, it's awesome because it's like a fabric cloak, super posable, great sculpt, great paint. There's a full skull right there. Oh, give me art cam again.
Got it.
There we go. There we go. Am I on it? There we go.
There you are.
So it's like a really cool figure. I got this at Target, and I like using figures to decorate because then you have cool figures.
Yeah, because then you have like little things around that kind of work, you know.
But yesterday,
John Ballou says, "Boo, Hobby Lobby." I agree, but
look, we get
look,
it.
I get it and everything, but like
No,
the world keeps turning. I'm
They're
sorry.
nasty people.
Yeah, we get
They're
it.
horrible.
We-
And you should see the lines at Chick-fil-A by our house. It's Florida. Look, they won in Florida. We're
No, and not only that, but like I'm not gonna plant a flag when I'm sitting here using my iPhone.
I know our iPhones
Like, oh, are
are
we gonna
pretty
choose
controversial too.
right? What's controversial to buy from and what's not? Like, let's calm down.
But don't worry because we use so many coupons that we barely give them any money.
He had to eat more of that cereal, by the way.
I'm actually thinking it's good now. Now
I
this is
can't.
the
It's ripping up my mouth, but that's a problem with
let
those
it get real
cereals.
soggy.
Yeah.
Then
probably. Okay, keep going.
This yesterday we found this.
Uh-huh.
By the way, don't discount dollar stores too.
Oh, Dollar
It's
Store
good.
had such good stuff
They
this
had
year.
a lot of good stuff this year.
Yeah.
Speaking of not only this kind of stuff, but
Oh, they had the little ghouls that are like posable with little. Yeah, there you go.
yeah, look at this guy. That's another thing. Rody Montejo coined this name for the spirit
of Halloween?
He called it pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
So whenever we stick a pumpkin ghost, we call it pumpkin spice.
This thing is such trash, but it actually is very effective.
good.
They have they had a bunch of them. Yeah.
$1.
They had a pumpkin, that guy, then they had a skeleton and a witch.
Yeah.
Those are the three.
We
they
got a
came
bunch
out
of the
with.
pumpkins, and like we just throw these around the
Naturally.
outside, hanging on trees.
They look great.
They
They
look
look great.
great.
And the best thing is, since they're $1, like if they get rained on and destroyed, I'm not gonna lose my mind.
Yeah, they're really
It's
good.
great.
Dollar Tree had a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And then the Rack Toy Bat. Exactly, John. Rack Toy Bat.
Yeah.
And okay, then Dollar Tree. I think this is also Dollar Tree. Look at this kick-ass
Oh, yeah.
candy dish.
I know.
It's a
so
spider.
good.
See that?
It's perfect. We're gonna fill it with like little mini candies for our
Yeah.
party.
This is the
It's gonna be
candy corn
awesome.
section.
That's what's exactly. Oh, good question in the chat. What was the better TV series, Goosebumps or Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I'm
just
partial
gonna
to
go
Are You
in
Afraid
and
of the
Are You
Dark?
Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But I
it's
love
just good.
Goosebumps. Don't get me wrong. We're just
Yeah, no, it was a vibe, but I think that Are You Afraid of the Dark, to me, like I always caught the Goosebumps series kind of like almost Saturday morning cartoons. So although it had like a creepy vibe, it didn't freak me out because it was in the middle of the day. But Are You Afraid of the Dark, you always had to watch it on Snick, and it was always at like 9 o'clock at night. So you were already tired,
Yeah.
your defenses are down. I
Yeah.
mean, at least I was in 5th grade when that was coming out. So it was legitimately, and honestly, there's the clown. What was the name of the clown?
Zebo. I think.
Zebo.
That I
Dude,
watched it recently. It was pretty good, man.
that
for a kid, you
that
know?
clown costume is still legitimately scary. I think it is. I saw it,
it's
and in fact,
definitely
they
not.
meant
You
they
remember it worse than
No,
it is.
they Easter egg it in the new Are You Afraid of the Dark series that only had like 3 episodes, and he's like in the background of
Yeah,
the
that's
crowd,
true.
like when someone's running, and when you see that face,
We
you're
don't
like,
need
What is
clowns.
happening? No, we're done with clowns.
I like this clown. This is the first clown.
Oh,
This is the
Erie,
first clown
Indiana. How dare you?
No, that was fun.
It was okay.
This is the first clown I've ever loved, and it's still kind of like a quote unquote spooky clown, but I love it. I showed you guys last time, I think. But this is another Spirit Halloween.
Oh, that one's so
Acquisition.
good. Press him so they can hear what he says.
Wow, now that deserves a pie in the face.
I love it, dude.
This is an awesome one. So, dude, Spirit brought the heat this year.
They really did.
And then there's the Wolfman. I think I showed you guys this already. I think I showed you guys this, but just in case.
Probably. He's so good. So good, dude.
I feel like
They had a few other ones too.
Yeah, like some weird hobo clowns, but they were a little creepy. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Colt
This
is here.
is-
Hi, Colt.
Hey,
Oh,
Colt.
look. What? Okay. Almost everybody in the chat is saying, "Are you afraid of the dark?" Which is the correct answer, by the way. But what is, because I know what my scariest and most memorable, I guess, episode is. But I want to know in the chat, like, what is the episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark? And go ahead and reference
That you
Google for
remember.
this. That you remember that was terrifying. Because for me, it was two of them. It was the first ever episode where the kids get into the like crazy taxi and they go like on a mission with this crazy taxi with a guy who's dead and like almost kills them or whatever. And then the other one is the one with where the girl she goes into an attic and sees her great aunts, like she finds all of her writing gear and then gets possessed by the spirit of her great aunt.
I don't remember
and
that.
like takes her friend or cousin, I don't remember what it is, on like some crazy trip, like where they go through the attic and they end up in the past and they have to like play out the past. And the way that ends is that the great aunt, I think, dies because she gets eaten by a pack of hunting dogs. And like the little girl who's not possessed has to figure out how to make that stop. Anyway, if you know what I'm talking about, you know how terrifying it was. But it's between those two episodes for me.
I always think of Zebo.
Well, yeah, that one definitely.
But yeah, let us know. There's one that sticks out to you. Okay, one answer for two questions.
Okay.
David asked, where did we get those eyeball lights? Michael's had a moment,
Oh, it
bro.
was Michael's.
Michael's had a moment early on where they were
Yeah.
killing it, but there was only like Halloween decorations for like 3 days, and it was gone.
It was pretty bad.
They got invaded, and they didn't restock anything. And last night I went to pick up something for Gabby for her cooking club, the supplies for the ribbons and all that. And when I was there was one little man
Oh,
on the shelf by
Blumpkin?
himself. No, we're not gonna say that. We're not gonna say that.
no?
That's not a good word to say.
Is it not?
No, it's a very X-rated word.
Is it really?
Yes.
You didn't tell me that.
I thought you knew.
I thought you were making a reference
No,
to Blumhouse.
no.
Blumhouse, the film?
Yep, I get what you're saying. It's not. Look it up so you can see what you've done.
No.
Look it up so you can see.
Why wouldn't you tell me this?
No.
You just thought I
Okay.
knew what it was?
So we said that the floating ghost pumpkins are pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice.
And so I thought I found this guy. This guy looks more like a Charlie Spice.
Oh my God! Why would you call him that?
Because it was the privacy of our own home, dude.
But I don't know what that is. I thought you were making a reference to a horror
Jesus,
movie
no.
production company. How dare you?
Gabby's ridiculous.
He just sabotaged
Oh
me.
my God!
How
Look.
dare you?
Oh my God. Okay, look at this guy, dude. He's this
so
little
good.
vinyl figure.
Was he the last one in the
He was
store?
the only one. His little hands are on his suspenders, like, "Hi, everybody. Just happen to be here for Halloween. It's
He's
me,
so good.
Theodore Spice."
I also, yeah, that's his new name. I appreciate that they gave him sharp like fangs
Oh,
instead
yeah.
of just the regular like bucktooth kind of look. They like made him a little spooky with the sharp fangs. I'm into it. I like it.
It's really good, and it was normally $20, but everything was 50% off, so it was $10.
So good.
He's a big boy.
Totally worth it.
Oh my God! It's got that weird
I know.
retro orange color.
Yeah,
and,
no, he's good. He's good.
it's
He
so
kind of
good.
looks like a shitty older,
Yes. Like a lawn decoration.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's really
Yeah.
good, man.
Yeah.
You can try at Michael's and see if you find one of these. It'll probably be $10 if you find one, but it was only one left, and it was not there when we first went.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't there when they got invaded.
Because I
It-
think that there was like a last minute shipment or something like
I don't-
after
I
the
think they
Halloween
dug
season
out-
or
yeah, I
something.
don't know.
But he just showed up, so we had to buy him obviously because
Charlie
amazing.
Spice.
That's his new name. How
I
dare you
can't
bring that
believe
other
it.
word into this
I
house?
did not mention.
You never even told me. You just
Look at
assumed.
everybody.
Everybody's like, "Oh my God." I feel the same way. I feel like I've been betrayed
Oh,
by my
man.
own husband. How dare he? That's it. He's not allowed to
Okay.
buy anything else anymore.
So, long story short, there's so much kick-ass stuff.
You really do have to start early, though. Like that's
Yeah,
if we
went-
have any, because we have so much incredible Halloween stuff. But if we have any recommendation,
one more thing.
sorry, did you just shut me up?
No, just I
Yes,
want to
you did.
forget. When I was a kid, the major bulk of our decorations that my mom had, my mom always had tremendous Halloween spirit. And my grandma was born on Halloween, so it's like in the blood.
That's true.
My grandma's a witch. And
Was
yeah. And we always had those paper decorations you used to stick on the wall with tape.
Yeah.
And there was like these, everybody had the same ones, like the jack-o'-lanterns, the bat, the scarecrow, et cetera, et cetera. And one of the things that Trick or Treat Studios, I mean, they are killing it.
Oh my God.
But one of the things they brought back and make is they do those paper decorations of like like modern horror films. Like,
right.
here's an example of it. But you guys have to go on their website and see what they offer. This is like from Season of the Witch. It's like a little paper decoration. Just tape it on your wall.
They're like the old school ones that you used to get, and
Yeah.
you know everybody's mom put them up on the windows with Scotch tape, and they were reused every year.
Yeah, and they're like, it's easy. Like you buy a pack of them for like, I think $15. There's like
Uh-huh.
tons of them. They're big.
Yeah.
Like this is pretty big. But this is like one on the small side
They're
of what
great.
they bring. Yeah. They have ones, they're all movie themed. They have Universal Monsters ones. By the way, the packaging for the Universal Monsters one is designed by Tom Whalen, but I don't think that they know, and he didn't even know, and it was like, it's a bank of designs that they paid. You know. Anyway, they got Halloween the movie ones. They got Trick or Treat. They got Universal Monsters. They have Return of the Living Dead. I mean, they have tons of stuff.
Yeah, they're great. We have them out all over the house because they're awesome.
Really, really,
They're
really,
just so good.
really, really good.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What else? Why'd you just interrupted me?
No, I don't know what you were saying, but I think that was
It's start early.
Yeah.
It's Halloween
early.
actually starts in like late August, September. So if you really want to get great stuff for your house and like and at a good discount, you need to go to these stores early and hit like a bunch of different ones, because otherwise if you wait until October to buy this stuff, the good stuff will all be gone if you even find anything.
okay. I'm gonna move to the Night Owl based on John's recommendation,
Ah, okay.
and we have
I'm
to.
gonna need a
we have-
drink after the
I know.
freaking verbal assault that I just got. Everybody in the chat is like, "Oh, poor Gabby." Yes, poor me that I have to live with Peter, who doesn't tell me these things. Why did I get such a small pour? What the hell?
We have two more beers.
Oh, never mind. That
And we have
has
only
to be
one
a small
segment left,
pour,
which is
yeah.
the reveal.
Okay, you're right.
So let's get through these.
Okay, all right. Let's
This
do it.
one's called
Night Owl. Ooh, it already smells incredible.
Elysian Night Owl. No, that's too much. That's crazy. Oh my god.
It's not the worst thing
It's
I've
not
ever
as
had,
bad. It's just
but
it's super intense.
it's very intense.
It's the most pumpkin of the pumpkin beers we've had so far.
But it's the most pleasantly pumpkin that I've had, I think.
Look, is it a bad product? No. Is it the one that I'm going to choose of the first four?
I think if it was colder, it would be better. But I think that since it's already almost...
It's
like,
very
not-
aromatic.
yeah, it is incredibly aromatic. Like, it's as close to... Nah, I've had ones that are more aromatic than this. This is actually pretty mild in terms of, like, the pumpkin potpourri vibe that you'll get. But it is very good.
It has like the
But serve it cold. Like, very
Yes,
cold.
Yes.
Yeah.
John, I wouldn't pick it of the ones that we've had so far. I would say so far my favorite one. I don't know now.
My favorite one is still the first one.
Pumpkin sombrero is awesome.
That's still my favorite.
It's awesome. The Dunkin' pumpkin was really good. The harpoon Dunkin'
But it
pumpkin.
didn't. To me, I didn't get pumpkin out of it. It was just
I
like a
felt like it was a
regular,
donut
like an
taste.
ale to me.
And this one is really, really good too. The Southern. Guys,
That one was really good. The Warlock was really.
I was
really
expecting
good.
to go 0 for 6.
Oh, look at your mom coming in with the hard facts, dude. The
Oh, it's
old
true.
paper ones were
Double-sided,
double-sided. They're
yeah.
not anymore.
Yeah. Well, you can go on Amazon and get the same ones. I don't know if they'll
The
be
double-sided
double-sided. I don't know if
ones?
they will
I guess
be or
you would
not.
have to put that
But
in
it's the
as a
same
search term.
company. It's
Okay.
Beistle. I don't know how you pronounce it. Basil.
Basil?
Beistle. And they're super cheap. You can get tons of them, including the little jointed.
The jointed ones are my favorite ones.
Okay, we're
All
gonna
right, next beer.
we're gonna go to Brooklyn brand Post Road Pumpkin Ale.
Okay. Brooklyn?
Yeah, Brooklyn Brew.
We know Brooklyn. Please, sir. May I have another? Okay. This is a pumpkin ale. Oh, already the smell I do not like. This smells like food. That's not supposed to smell like food.
I don't like the Brooklyn one, you guys. It tastes a little savory in a not good way. It's pretty bitter.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry, Brooklyn.
Sorry, Brooklyn.
If you sponsor me, I will change my opinion.
Even still.
Okay. And then the last one we have to try. It's funny because it's like the most generic label. I hope it's good.
I really hope that's good because the Brooklyn one was
No,
not
Brooklyn ones are
my
rough.
favorite. That was really
Elysian is not the last place anymore for me.
Elysian?
Elysian.
No?
I had to drink. No, I had to drink the last bit of the.
Oh, I've been
Brooklyn
washing
to
out mine
clear
with
it out.
water because I'm smart.
Okay.
Don't taste it before me.
It's better than the last.
Rude.
One. Ooh, maybe not.
Maybe not.
Well, the finish is weird.
Okay, let's try this. No, not Thanksgiving in a beer. Worse. Like if you threw up Thanksgiving and then turn it into a beer.
Okay, try this one. Ugh, I don't like any of these last three.
This one's better.
It's better.
It's got a lot more like caramel and cinnamon in it than the other one did. The other one, I don't know why it tasted
By the way,
so
show this.
savory. Oh, my spit bucket right now is a jack-o'-lantern.
We've been using this jack-o'-lantern
and
to
I'm
pour
just like,
out.
I don't know if you can see it swishing around or anything, but like all of the spit out beer is in there.
That's one of my favorite things we've ever done. I wanted to make sure.
That's gonna be a tradition now. Is the jack-o'-lantern spit bucket.
Yeah, yeah.
This one, okay, so this one, the pumpkin ale is not terrible. Again, I think that this one would really benefit from being colder because right now all of our beers are already almost room temperature.
But I
Because
gotta tell you, the
This one's not
harpoon
bad.
one I like because it's like a kind of like a coffee beer.
The harpoon, this one is really good.
You like that one?
I'm like starting to really love it
That's just
because
regular
it
ass.
has. I know.
Okay, I'll give him a shout
But
out.
it has-
Schlafly.
Schlafly.
Pumpkin ale.
Dude.
Ale brewed with pumpkin and with spices added.
It's whatever they've
The
added
phrasing not good.
in terms of spices, like it actually tastes. It adds to sweetness instead of taking it to savory.
Look,
which
I'll tell
is
you
the
what. I'll tell you
problem.
what they say. They say Schlafly pumpkin ale blends the spices of the harvest with full-bodied sweetness for a beer that tastes less like pumpkin pie. Wait, no, a beer that tastes like pumpkin pie. Here's to pumpkin season.
It's
hit me
exactly-
up. Hit me, Schlafly. Hit me up if you need some help with the label design.
It
'cause this shit's
smells like a
whack, bro.
pumpkin pie, which is awesome. It's got that like sweet, buttery,
Okay.
pumpkin-y profile, which I really like.
All right.
Yeah, so yes to this one. Yes to this one. Yes to the Dunkin' Pumpkin. Yes to the Warlock. And I think no to everything. No, and yes to the sombrero, though. What's
These
it
are the ones
called?
that I would
Pumpkin
say.
sombrero.
Put me back on art cam so we can give a proper. And by the way, look at my table when you go to art cam. Look at this.
Oh my god. That's
Look
so
at
good.
this is the sum up of the.
That's really
Look
good.
at that. Okay, so I would say
Okay,
I'm gonna try one more for ranking purposes.
go for it.
I know where these two rank. This is the last one. I'll tell you right now. We're done by the way with the beers, by the way.
I know. Which one's that one?
This is good, but no.
Nobody needed to hear you lip
Warlock.
smacking.
Warlock.
The Warlock is good.
Yeah, no, good. No, really, I'm gonna say
But honestly, if I had to
Hear me out.
choose, it would be the Schlepp left leaf
of all
over
of
the
them?
Warlock. Yeah,
Of
it's the
whole-
most pumpkin-y one. Like if I
That's
wanted
not-
a pumpkin, that's the one I would choose.
Okay, I'm gonna give you my. Gabby, you want to go first and give them your opinion? Finally,
I just did.
That's your favorite of the all six?
No, it's not my favorite.
That's
it's
what I'm
just
asking.
like if
Of
I
all six.
okay, if I was all right, if I'm trying to get into the spirit by having a pumpkin flavored or pumpkin inspired beer, I'm going. I think I'm going for either the sombrero. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, pumpkin sombrero. Give me art cam
You're just hold it up to the regular cam.
because I don't get the focus.
Yes, you do. Just hold it still. There you go. So that one's called Pumpkin Sombrero. That one's actually really good,
I like
and it's
it.
very subtle. But if you want something that has like a little bit more of a kick in the face of like a pumpkin pie, sweet pumpkin ale, I would go with the
Schlafly.
Schlafly. The Schlafly one is good.
Okay, I'm gonna give you my opinion. Okay, Gabby has an advanced palate. I'll give her that. So
Thank
if
you.
if you're someone who eats weird ass shit that other people won't eat, you might agree with her because you're advanced or whatever. If you have like a more blue collar palate like I do, you might enjoy these two. I think these are pretty pumpkin forward, by the way. Give me art cam.
Got it.
I like. Look at look at this.
Chelsea,
lighter.
by the way, says that Wolfman passed out with the cereal as
I
a
know.
mood.
I know, dude. Look
Really?
at that. Look at this whole thing. Screenshot that for yourselves. That could be your wallpaper on your phone.
That is your
now.
wallpaper now.
That could be a Halloween card you send people. I like the Southern Tier quite a bit. Warlock. I would actually drink this beer, period. Not necessarily if it was a pumpkin only situation. I like it.
Yeah.
And I surprisingly like the Harpoon Dunkin' Pumpkin. I wasn't expecting to care
Dunkin'
much for it.
Pumpkin. It was okay, but to me, it didn't taste like pumpkin.
It does.
I don't know. I didn't get pumpkin out of it. It really, not to me at least.
Okay, I'll give you this. It's more of a coffee than a pumpkin.
Not even.
So,
I don't think I
okay.
even got that.
So if I'm going for best pumpkin, it tastes like coffee.
Now, if you
Okay.
you want like a I just want one and done in the pumpkin.
Either one of these.
Whatever, it would be Warlock.
Yeah. This one's stronger
That was really strong.
in terms of pumpkinness, and this is the most like chill, but still pumpkin.
That one's more fun, and also
It's
that
delicious.
look at the can art.
Yeah, the can's sick. You look cool when you
Amazing.
hold it.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, this is it. This is all the
What
segments.
you've been waiting for.
This is all the segments.
We're done talking shit.
We had all these
No.
segments, and I think it's time. First of all, let's recap on what's happening tomorrow. Tomorrow is Skybound Halloween Expo. You understand? It's our all-day Halloween Skybound festival with all our freaking cool creators and collaborators. You got the Schmodown happening. I'm pretty sure there's something Robert Kirkman related on that thing. And I'm going to have a...
Ew, John says mix the beers like the cereal. Gross. It's already happened in this pumpkin, but
I'm
we're not
pretty
drinking
sure
it.
my panel is roughly at 2 p.m. Eastern time.
Raph just said Expo schedule is up. He goes. Peter goes on at 11:20 a.m. Pacific time,
which is 2:20.
Which is 2:20 our time.
Okay, Raph, you're fucking awesome, dude.
Our
Thank you.
time, I mean Eastern.
If anybody could put a link to that in the chat, that would be cool.
That
but
would be fantastic.
Either way, you should be subscribed to the Skybound YouTube channel. It's just put Skybound in YouTube and it'll come
You'll
up.
find it. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna be on that channel tomorrow, not on this one. Okay. First and foremost, the big news is the fish print. Holy shit, you guys!
Oh my God.
The feedback and the response I got from that from people who never knew I existed. I'm just telling you, if you want the Takaro fish print, there's going to be some competition tomorrow. Okay, it is only 50 copies of this print.
That's
the
the
screen
AP?
prints. Yeah, the screen prints are sold out. There were 2 editions of the screen print. There was go on Instagram and check, but I think it was 1,000 of the colored ones and 400 of the black and white ones.
They're gone.
And they're gone.
Which is outrageous.
All screen prints, and they went for 60 and 100, I think. The color one was 60 and the black and white one was 100.
Wow.
Because it was more limited.
Oh.
And so ours is going to be a full 20 by 30 print, handmade linoleum block print like we always do here. Not a screen print. It's a linoleum block print, and we're selling it at the same price. So
Let me ask
normally
you
our
an
big
important
stuff goes at
question.
120. We're doing 100 on this one.
Does this one have the T stamp?
No, it does not have the
Because
T.
it's not
No,
Takaro-verse. It's
no,
kind of
no.
like an
It's
offshoot.
Takaro visiting the Fishverse. You've heard of multiverses a lot right now. You've heard of Spider-Verse. You've heard of the Flashpoint
dare
verse.
you.
You heard of who else has got a multiverse
Oh, that's
now?
enough verses.
And you heard of Star Wars dyads and all this. This is Takaro verse to Fishverse.
Fine,
Okay,
fine, we'll take it.
this is basically our end game.
We have no
And
choice. This
So
is
here we are. So this is the multiverse of madness.
He
happening.
does look more badass than I think I've seen him look in a long time.
He's pissed.
Also,
I'll tell you why
Takaro
he's
toes.
pissed.
Stop. Takaro toes.
Yes. Crotched right over the form. I'll tell you why he's upset. Because you pay a lot of money for these concert tickets, okay? And then you get to the venue and the parking's a nightmare, okay?
Correct.
And then you thought you got there early enough, and now there's a line to get in with the metal detectors, and you got to take your temperature, and you get inside. And who are you going to be sitting next to? You don't know who these people are. When is the concert going to start? If it's a hip-hop concert, it's probably going to start in 7 hours later.
And you're going to hate it anyway.
You know what I mean? So it's a whole thing. But Fish, these are professionals.
They've been on the
They
scene
start
for
on time.
decades.
They play everything you want to hear. They jam it out. They play the hits,
As it should be.
you know. And so Takaro, dude, it's in all seriousness, this is fucking weird, dude. Remember I was telling you guys for a while there's a weird ass print coming out? It was this one.
Welcome.
And by weird, I mean like the fact that this is just me coming up with Takaro as a fun idea for a toy and then deciding to turn it into a little bit more, and then Skybound getting excited and picking it up. And then now he's on an official concert poster for a band that's been around for like 3 decades or more, 80s, 4 decades. And that people are like already ravenous, who've never heard of Takaro before, are gobbling this thing up and if I could show you my DMs from the fish fans, you guys are no joke. Okay.
Oh my God, I
They're like,
know.
where's the dang print?
Where is it?
Where is it?
I've
No,
been
they
going
missed
to
it.
fish concerts for a
And
decade.
I missed it. No, but they're super nice, but they want this dang
Yeah, but they
poster.
were like ravenous.
So they're gonna be in the
So
in
get
the
ready.
mix tomorrow. There's
Right,
only
yeah.
50.
Somebody
of
said
these.
it. AC Big said heartbreak coming.
Yeah, there's only
Yeah,
50,
get ready.
Only 50 being made,
Yeah.
and that's it. Wrap it up and moving on.
Have
okay.
you been to the forum?
I've never been to the
Because somebody said, "Oh, you must have been to the forum because you're clearly you know."
I know. I've been to
But
other.
no.
Look, Miami's
Look,
got its-
AC Big says forum traffic is awful.
Yeah.
Getting an Uber out is a whole game. Eh.
Yeah, it's rough, and we don't even have that crazy of a situation, but in Miami it's pretty rough too. Okay, so that's tomorrow. The other print is brand new. You've never seen it before, and if you're ready,
I don't think anybody's ready.
this is very seasonal.
Are you guys ready?
It's very festive. It's a lot of fun, and I'm going to say I don't want to overpromise anything, but when I was making this print, I felt this could be the start of another narrative branch outside of Takaro
I agree.
that I could work on. So I don't know. Maybe not. But I got that little tingle, that like a Peter tingle.
I know what you were about to call it.
And I got that tingle and I said,
Let's not call it a Peter Tingle anymore.
okay, I got it. The Attack Peter tingle.
Sure, that makes it better
Copyright.
somehow.
Trademark. Please don't sue. And so, and now I feel like when I get a chance to come around and do something else, this might be the first appearance of whatever that thing is. I don't know. Not trying to overhype.
I don't know.
It's and if not, it's a fun little print for the season. How about that? Play the video.
Is everybody ready?
Go, just play it.
Here we go. Did I go to the right place?
There
There it is. All right, get
Go.
ready, everybody. Hold on, I'm gonna
Wait,
turn
you have to
down
switch us
this.
over?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna switch you over. All right, here we go.
Play it again, play it again, play it again, play it again, play it again. Play it again. Switch it back again, put it back again.
It was so good.
Put it back, put it
Okay,
back.
we'll put it back. We'll put it back. Here we go. Peter has to see these
One
things
more
on
time. I like the
repeat,
sound.
otherwise
Go.
he can't handle.
I don't
Okay,
digest.
Here we go. Okay.
There it is, you guys. So tomorrow we have a happy Halloween print. It's right here.
Yeah, show the people what they want to see.
It's right here. The happy Halloween print.
Everybody seems to like it so far.
I had a lot of fun making this thing, and I had this idea. I don't know how it'll pan out or if I'll have a chance to get to it anytime soon, but this idea of a kid who gets to see like a bunch of weird Halloween entities in his town that the people can't see, and maybe there's some kind of turmoil between the Halloween spirits that he has to deal with. And I don't know. It's really early concept, early day. I just thought of it when I was making it, but I wanted to make a fun Halloween print that you could potentially hang all year.
I
if
love
you
it.
wanted to. So this happy Halloween print comes out tomorrow. Only 50 of these.
Yeah.
Only 50 of these, and they're all obviously printed by hand, signed, numbered,
course.
and all that kind of stuff. And there'll only be 50, like I said. So I hope you
To
dig
me,
it.
this is like the whole vibe that we've had this
Yeah,
year
yeah.
for Halloween is just like we just want to be
Yeah.
that kid. It's-
We were only originally going to do a Takaro fish print for the expo, and I said, I got to do something Halloween-y.
yeah,
And
this is the year.
We were feeling it. It was like oozing from our pores this year. And I just felt like we got to do something. And it's just that. So I hope you guys dig it. It's a lot of fun. I had a blast making it. I love his little pumpkin vine rib cage.
I know, it's so good. It kind of reminds me of like those Home Depot massive like skeleton, 12-foot
Yeah,
skeleton pumpkin stuff they've been doing this year.
Yeah. When I
it's
saw
got
that,
that
I'm like,
vibe.
"Dang." Yeah. So
Yeah.
I hope you guys dig it. Tomorrow you'll have a chance to get the fish print.
Yes.
The fish taco print. A fish taco. It's a fish taco print. And
I feel like fish taco is not the one that you want to say there.
they have fried fish tacos.
Phrasing.
No, don't try to throw me into your mess.
Yes, welcome.
The Happy Halloween print. And there might be a few other little treats and surprises.
Yeah.
Don't miss out. It's going to be fun. Guys, what a fun party this was.
Oh, we had so much fun.
This is a good one.
My mouth is still ripped up from all of that.
I know.
From all of that cereal. It's awful.
I'm more than pleasantly surprised that we enjoyed a lot of the pumpkin beers.
Yeah.
I love Jason. Do me a favor, guys. Click on the description below. Go follow Jason, Fangoria, if you're not. And as I always ask, if you can, I would really appreciate. You guys were awesome with Brian Haler from the last time. Go on whatever his last post is and just thank him for coming on.
For real.
I gotta tell you, like, our show is fun. You guys are the best, but we're not like 1 million subs. They don't
No.
have to come on our show.
They really don't.
They're just really, they like what we do. They like the energy here.
Yeah.
And it's awesome that, you know, if people who hang out with us go and check out what they're doing, it's really cool because then, you know, it proves that we're a cool community that's interested in different things. And we are very cool. So, yes, exciting. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Fangoria. Thank you, Phil. Phil was hanging out in the chat.
Thank you, Phil.
Phil Noble. I think it's Noble. If it's not Nobile, correct me if I'm wrong, sir.
I think it's noble.
But thank you for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
What a blast.
We had a
Fucking
great
Fangoria.
time. Thank you for all of you who always come and hang out.
Yes.
Colt, Todd, Chelsea, Jan Fitzy,
Raph, Jolly,
Pedro, Raph, yeah,
Todd.
Jolly.
You guys are amazing. The
You
whole
guys are
print, Nate.
incredible. Yeah, and anybody
Tawny,
new that we don't like know your
Timmy.
names. Any of my students who decided to come here on a school night
Yeah.
and watch us be
Dave.
ridiculous.
And by the way, Raph is coming to Decon.
Yeah.
So we're for sure hanging.
If you're coming to Decon, you've
Hit us
got to
up.
come and hang out with us.
Right now, we're planning a print crew breakfast. Print crew
I
breakfast.
love breakfast.
And so right now, it's me, Gabby, and Raph.
Okay, that's
If
That's
that's
fine.
it, I'd be stoked. But if anybody else is gonna show up, let us know
yeah.
so we can be in
And
contact.
get a bigger table.
Maybe
More waffles.
if there is anybody else down to come who's coming out anyway or is gonna come now that they know we're gonna be there, maybe let's set something up on the Discord or whatever so we can
Yes, we
coordinate.
We should.
All right, you
Alright.
guys.
That's it. That's enough. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you
2
tomorrow.
o'clock. 2:20.
2:20.
2:20. We will
Eastern
see you
time.
all tomorrow at 2:20 Eastern time, 11:20 Pacific time.
Hit the fog juice.
Make sure. Oh God, here he goes with the fog. Now the whole house is gonna be filled with fog as we try to go to sleep. Thanks everybody for encouraging him.
Wait, fog
Remember to
juice.
make it tomorrow if you want to pick up one of the fish APs, if you want to pick up one of the original Halloween prints. Peter's still playing with all of the Halloween stuff. As you can see, I'm taking over the end of this. We love you.
Yeah.
We love you so much.
If you're one of the weirdos who watches us every week but doesn't subscribe, please subscribe.
Please subscribe. Follow us on Instagram if you haven't already. Follow us on YouTube
Attack
if you
Peter
aren't already.
everywhere.
Attack Peter everywhere. And we love you.
Love
and
you
Thank
guys.
you for coming. We can't wait to see you tomorrow. Good
Shout
night.
out Mike Aronson for that awesome animation.
Yes, also, yes. Thank you, Mike. All right. Bye, everybody. Bye.